ukuada apapon bosume na yewuramwe ne da etoso aduonu ensia the fastest running January in recent times.
Wafana winim. Me wa ho na me ni koda me na me say we di Nyankopon ya adoma next week. Na bosume na wu. O say hwe. Why they can next week? Me can last week Friday no. No say why they can. It's next week na me can no. Me say this week na wu. Say na ebewu
kofi.
Ebe say buka will be kakra. January dear.
No one
January had drain.
But dear Nikan say what did the
so that didn't go here. Na February it was so. Na February about born shock. That just say hey. Na just say yet to me time you resume here. Da January is one quarter.
And the school for not actual letter the upper Tiankwalani fees on or before a date of reopening. And Bacoso ball letter the man a year said Fanco. Bearman and Fanco. No woman a year said I didn't will let him. A letter and say we are in January. And the usual narrative in January is that it's a longest month after going through excessive hardship. 8 days.
What I do? Sir, I just say school for no. Or everyone
with managing director Father this Godfather Michio.
Also they are
spend
wisely. And a born or spend wisely. On pen wakazakasano or spend wisely. We're two
spend
wisely. What for you? 80 way maybe say no, me ya na
we regular savings and then regular savings.
What for aya me fast more.
Savings culture near from
and
people don't save.
What for the open my young survey be susu box. In the amount for 2 susu box and what you can't believe it. You don't have an idea what
habit of saving regularly. Do we do it?
Yeah, what for we do now. Many dear me who say and easy. Nippon says
obey me.
Easy.
Tight regime rigorously.
Yeah.
So, or follow tight regime rigorously. So we could try me tight.
Yeah.
But all your savings there to was say that should be one seminal. Do we have the culture of regular savings?
Yeah, regular savings culture there. Our form offer. Our form, but me who says say it has been enhanced. Oh yeah, I'm telling you. Well, for my photo susu box power. Na sama for year savings. Some of the savings can go
because ubusan who say you be the say your best point. Uko best point. Na uko be susu account. Say sika we be tumo no. After 90 days. Say what me the 1,000 cedis na tumo.
Yeah.
We entitled say ombema abosia 2,000 cedis. Now ubusan who say regular culture of some fesika kakra bia menya bia memfanto no no we don't do it
what form na make say what form say bank account kakra what form covid abechire bibi eti every covid no one say ya ka say yes survey kakra what form me say it has been enhanced in kakra
and go for taba ho no bosia bo
papa
say we obi anipa taba bo bosia in recent time adia obi be ba ho no ma ba be pe ho bosia no wo be busa ho say nanka wodi bibi to wa regularly
kakra
enka sa adie we nko be ba ho bosia bo na wutumi say adie nso a wo ba be je ho bosia no for consumption it will consume we or engage in productive activity bi no e be ye den wanya sika de amount no kwakopo obi fufura akobu no no de abrɛ
and it bosia no kra wo mba beje kra na wo muntua wo beje wo muntua no or cancer fufuro baku bi ye me sa ehia me no to programs we say ya e no ba ye e say gidi adan ya school fees e wo AUCC eje ye ya nam so okay eja me kakra me wo me nyonko pa enti me bo ano eju wo fa na ha na me twen check we e na me sa ma say we do onko ye ya no he ya de wo ye he ya brother enti onko no onko ye na on do fa konko to o share me 2 weeks 2 weeks say 3 years down the line. There be one city cry. When two I must say the Juman penny make a bona money. Now me had next week because bona Juman penny money. So on femba going to the salary. So no venture, but we are making the salary in a crank because what much them see called here. It may be 3 months a bit to meet you. etua na eka bi kura na me de no na che no se sa na my majo because
o wa chia wo
se so mu kura no wadwa me ne no kosia kwawu over the weekend
awanya kasika so kokwawu
I say di fufuo ne na megu fufuo no so
aje ni yamade kakra
enya se betwa na chacha kakra no waje bush meat otwe ne apese me konkotwe otwe ne apese nyina obi a wo de meka wo di fufuo kwawu otwe ne apese ne ade nyina gugu so
ahemfo nam kura no eye ahemfo nam oh dia omoamoa ne hu
we
ye de ya benkwan
kotoko ananya
David
Debi
omoamoa no ho sa
na wa no ho sa na
ya de ya benkwan na e kama pa
mehu wafa mehu nam na me rev ni din no mehu nam no
Enya mampam. What is a mampam group?
Or mampam group no. But when the chi no amoa ho sa. No wabobo. Ya hwe obi de be send obi de be send. Obo say no wabobo.
Wonto no ye that nenam no. It say eye apese it say akrantie. Oh come on. Akoya fa no ho di papa.
Na wa na we nyina gusu afo hu me o minua oh obete me nkan obete na me se mete nkasen wo hwe club exist wani me ne we enama kese a wo hwe wo ba be ka tem se mete nkan
ai aba ayi minua kurase ne bi
we dey say wani tua
oflasante achim sa
aprawa wafa aprawa ya kara aprawa Ofa aprawa ka ho
meches
e ka ho
minu akurasi ni ma mi chire na mi nchia no so ofri ofri banko there be
ya banko
there be ofri asante achim saf ofri obogu
we
banka we akurasi no so ahunu your friend chairman frifa one night me ehunu aprawa chairman we me chia so I say yeti wonom no wonu zoom kwan sa
na odika ye wi akete na me no be program ase
enya ukọ Manshia Palace chief of staff
okay
or Manshia Palace me papa Kofi Bedu
okay
akra muntus me chia pa na me papa Kofi Bedu na Kofi Abrefa abuzi apenso
okay
na ho kiraba so ahono na akoba se ya devalue sika ho nsensem ana asian ada hia ya kura no a kafo odidi ene muaye ne ba se kafo odidi de na mu oni abenkwan so nti wo deka ena zoom kwan
ena wu
apra wo apese akrantia
na wuni wo fa me kra me duru ho no na me ko bi sa apese ni bi because o se apese na sa na last one no mu SMS in fact me bufu pa am so wo me firo me ana
the whole idea said yem savings
savings
na yen time mu say ho say da bia sa hand to mouth na ye hand to mouth ye die no bi sankan na enne wuntimi emma adwuma bie mu a oyire ne oma ede na da ho a omudi bedidie na wan save a so no nka papa bi acham kiro ena papa yi wan save ena yade soso sade ne ho baji mu itine chese wo se oba no sori waka na oba no ekono oba oba no ko no aba oba no ko no aba oba so ho ofe ena papa yi yade de no ho baji mu ntino oba no sori ya no adware no na wasisi no atete aduane ama no esi na odnatena konwam na chese o to awia kakra na oba no sakwa ne ntem no adware na chese wa hye na tade obesena ko oba no so sabi mpraduasa onye tumpata
okay
out me se toma papa bi ahwene papa bi na wasisi no ho se kama to be ma ne ti adwam na oba no bekodo na oba ni tutune se da ye de na me bohwi makwa ba ne me bantam na ye didi ntem ajua mama hwe kagra ajua mama hwe kagra that's so hard ajua me se mama hwe kagra na je se wo so oba ne san ba na oba no emma na tade so kakra na papa no hunu sa ahwenie na wo hunu eye sexy na pansi na pede watuago
the rap
take us oba yi kwa bibi nkosu ansa na wanya bi dia enti save to na one save one to ho na edi yaw na wo ba yi sori so kokoro mamba na gaza adwo ma menhwa gagra edi yaw
aso be she papa
na basa na mema no omudu omu fie so ansa na omawu
say the ban say and wa you be the beka jiro we hear prophet there be na say we don't hear prophet there be eji nyankopon ko nyamemwa the living legend
adwo ma me kakra
say mo easy ya be ni kakra ana de na from battery kakra
anum gu asesem bi so akoso adwoso constituency adwoso municipality na
asemo na echese ye nyina ya yenim ya adwoso yi na afedi enkonkwohwa timbedua enam wiem timbedua kakraka tentene enam wiem wa adwoso montene so we do am kam je debi we dey menya so say
adwoso hine fa
enya adwoso montene so wofa
adwoso hine fa na stacker no onam
wofa traffic light na say ho
traffic light hine fa why ne bit me approve adwoso hine fa na ka na
wofa
when you call them why ne bit me adwoso baby kra na stacker no onam
wofa ye dey say ejidi oni adwoso na ye no be ni
adwoso hine fa na stacker no onam
enam traffic light mu we free straight from your penis. Is it
Kumasi?
Straight from Kumasi. Ebe fat traffic light now. I do go abroad na mi hu ye no. O branch I think e dey red gaben junction.
We dey branch dey red.
We dey red gaben.
The only saw me what you so
junction.
Anita any a check room intersection. I hope and saw me. It him for pan stack and anya stack and anya na da bia de obedi kan ka ka so no ba ku change the day
anya go
landmark da na hunu ye chese because adjuso no we share national security installations the camera situation there's no way say obetimi this adie we apart Munche adjuso be
Papa we the manso ba na o dey be you dey tira ma ye din because what for twa manso me konko enkongo dina be
emergency meeting ewo ogu akura him fie
eze akoso
emergency meeting ewo
eze akoso
sa adenti munche be bro
sa procent 050
mun WhatsApp ya baby kura wajoso
050 say tira me de ma ye din a meet me ka bi
eye samolo bro o say wono wati ye no ana wakwa akọbọ MTT the commander panyin ko mreku wakọbọ na mane ana pay wo mo kwa akọhwehwe stacker operator enti MC Samolodro wan confirm say ya joso oh wase wate ya no wabo MTT the mane mo ma go
Azawi kai dia
mo ma go be fufuro
ba process dia sa process na say ogra no
what do you back to school now what transfer the responsibility and the protection and the care of your child so what transfer responsibility I transfer the care I transfer the protection of your child to the school now what she say
but for you video ni I catch you for say
the video na uko Facebook
we so kwa the video ni view we there
it will video na mon chira ba bi e chira say
na
mon chira ba bi say it uko Facebook live need 100.9 FM Facebook live we be wuti e show video mon chira ba bi e chira say so now what the responsibility any care and protection of your child put your school na school no atime ajo 1 city na ye be fa ba da bia na pad na ko school di naba na stacker ne ba na stacker no e de kokko fa eye Mercedes opanka isu a na teacher wa bie do no adwane agya nkwada no
na nkwada nche mewu we eti why na bie Benz in the door.
Your friend Upanka. Yeah, Panka. And what their school fees say, Yakuma, and what I didn't know, my woman to me and Cabro. Almost was a modern school, and now what a demon to
I'm dead. What is happening here? What is happening?
Ejoso, my former constituency chairman, and deservedly, Baba Bedi, a municipal chief executive.
That's right.
Na min Concochiano. Na min name Joson Koboka. MC Memoir.
Yeah, Nana.
Now, whom po at the area?
Namia Dom, Yamoyapa.
Na a dear Nessie, I was a Bioku, Ejoso, the fastest growing economy in the whole of Asante. Amma a year stacker. And then the whole world in Ajusu, a school for Uncle Antimin Cabrofu, Mewo. I did that see you so.
Yo, Nana, me dance it. Me share a team for na Wadaroma, and Ranopa. Me beg you, man, and me pee a video with the chairman. In fact, me who am shame. And me free transport unit, Penino, nothing in our call. MDT commander. Because now commander because on in Saka, and then also I have the quiet module. Some person say a day is in Sunday. And the account of the man and say, Nan Sunday, and you may know me as an 5.9. And now, so may what you saw, I would say, was a take opposite Hono.
You tell Quanachi Honomono.
Aha. Omakucha, Timenia, especially Jassy, Ediba. Omatra in Green, try a champ room. I be drew a Joseph Pentecost down home. Kakemne ko mosi jiso man kwenu ena timba no ne tie ba ko 2 ye enti awrade ena ekogina nanim e okwan na ama ekwan na si enti ka se free dwabe be sia ko ene de free kuma se be sia ko dwabe na ndimi nko enti o me yesa mo ko fa twinka no ma beto but in reality twinka na ba o ntimi am ko fa skida na de mi su se ka skida ne ba ye no o so yi nyina gu fom neka timaka ne free crime neka ma pemre abefa nyana ko no anya ne saa o tam bia ne ba ko free timaka ne so na no ana odi free be hwebe bia Pentecost aso dai wo ana odi be fa traffic light ase na ya santo traffic light ana odi na ni kire best point ana onam mo
I just say what Bobby Padu no do run about today e be penny left ana just say what dey call best point so
saa enti o free na ya santo about ho no hia school for car na na ngwa gumu a pega de ne fa car ne so angwa ne tren mo awrade yewu no ena okofa best point ne fire service ntemo ho ena ode call ya no de eja no ekoto nti e ho anam ka che commander say ade akoso yi e de ne gwa se pa na abreju so nti enyamra kwan so no nti nipa no mo ye involve ne nyina no e ho mo de an say enne dum yi no na obi o ye involve bia na ne saka no na e ho de be nyame adom commander no go free nra onai ewie ya no enye ne panu miensa yodi kan ye Chinese ni a onna so me ne dia ono aso na skida no ne dia enti ya che wono ene ya che skida driver no ene ya che timaka so driver aka ho aka ne panu mienu oyo mu nyina ho de ma owner of the timbaka no ono so ye fe no na me na kasa zia o central police yi e wo Kumasi o da be forest for afre no ho the same issue no ho nti o free one no so ba no be ka ho nti enu kina no na obi a o ye involve bia no police force a na gina ho amya hwe ha ma ka no etim be fa ho be sene call ye no maka kire opening se rank of no so ye ese wo mo no on kan kire wo na mbra so ena o mo eni nti obusa ya na so fa
ade chese MC mesodro yate asempa o because we share a year traffic movement se be bia stakai skidai ofri na hwe emeye ton pan no hwe wo magu nipa no so ho na wosan de 10 left mabere wa ye woni ni kunu o ma ye store dan ketua bi wo eye bonkum no so dwaben rural bank nchen ho yi na wo nyina wo ho na odi be fai wabobua no so pɛ so na no nam odi kɔ best point ho
eno ne asɛm no
na me dwene na me bɔ mpa ye sɛ best point manager o wadwo so Patricia ye kuapem ni ba wabadwo so ayaje na ka ho na nka asem say ba ya enti wey commander Mreku ene wo ka bomu a as the municipal security council adie na mususuo say e wo say adie we ye fa ho.
Yes, the kind of commander remember about papa a funeral online ofin office kwani nyame adu say the medical can nipa e di kan me nsa na de yes akoma nyina wo nyina e behind bars or china music yeshia luckily ye wo task force ye say cars empaki paki basa na fe ekwem beda ho ene ade ne ensin rei aye eye opener e de amaye nti o china yeshia mo ye be say ye be say amra no mokete na ye ne police no so akasa say omo form na from ye do because e dey nti na wo say we gina as a police officer na ma kwan emma obi di sa de wi e free asia ha e be twem e be fa ta ni padom we mu e de ko tanyame anya ya dum e na he school bus ya oba wo shia sa de opagya ko so e ne free use na chat kan su temwa aseme ne kenen kiyeka enti ye be he na obi a odi forward ye we mu no policy ndi se no ye de ama no na ye de enta na ho de ama foforo se se ye nyama yi na yankofa oyo ne bia amajuso
asempa na wachire mu honorable to the extent to say enei ejuso as the fastest growing economy in Asante edie na abeka kire adofo no ama investors nso so wo mu ehunu say ejuso wa fichire no wo enipa pi ede ema investors
yo mira me da sepi eni akwanyan yebi kan no enra ehu board so fo yi nti ma men kan jo say to mo chew ade esi no mo fa nche ye hye mo bo say event sibi na afi ye kan se ene dwoso nyame adom dwoso aye kesia to sense ye he na say asase wa investors nyina onfo mo nche asomdie so wa ha oba ye o say ye bo ama ye bia obetimi aye nti ye say investors nyina say o pe ba bi I invest ama mrantie emebru anya adwuma ya adaroma edwoso the Queen City na na Asantewa Kuro aye the gateway to Kumasi enti obi afa ba bia obeya adwuma omra na yeso so mpenfo e wa ha mene yewura MP ni mpenfo ka ho nyina no ne o se ye ede boa ama omodwuma omba bia na akoye bia na ebeye ama dwoso akoso etumpon
ni krakrakra no municipal chief executive honorable Mr. Samuel Udru DSC public complaint and mote ya mode act appropriately but then individually obi abe complaining at the assembly.
Yes, I say a man or no and right who go about Montino and okay me by na emu better nine in an office me say eso ade e course no no se nyame amfefia e don't say individuals man can say e pa and I think school was masoma say ye nika ngomi ankasa be ko na ye ne me mata ko kasa na fe ye ne mofra no so akasa na ehu e ba ye no ye firi ho enti individuals no so ade e course no they were not happy enti o ma kan say ye mo de answer ade e course no e bi si bi enti enso ye be ama mbra ye adwuma na ayese na ho e de ama agisoma nyina
waye nyame ebua ma de pa bi kyenye ne a anopa no ye binu ogu akuru meba na hemfie nkobo bi ho meba so meba be chiaw ansa na masan free asoye das nyame nka ho pa de gusu na ye adwuma na etedwuso anim da nyina right municipal chief executive Samuel Oduro na wa no picture no
wava
otwamu afijase otwamu dwaben ade na dwuso nko na mbodwa ye ho
na say enye skater driver na the main friend said the magical skater driver no operator omonde an ye from operators ono no de ofafri Pentecost ho na wo ejoso Pentecost ye kan wo free dwaben
ehwa ne afa dwaben ne afijase ka
ehwa ne afa dwaben ne afijase ka wo fa abroso onam animi aya na eja me ko dwaben a me fa ase ho ekodi nkomo akra ho so that is enti ka na mu no na waba betwam from afijase betwam dwaben ede atutoma ya nkroma na wafiri ya nkroma na waba eye this town before asotwe now bomfa bomfa aba asotwe
edikaka bomfa kumamu
bomfa kumamu kwani bomfa kumamu
because uka bomfa dia ye wo eye dwapin constituency bomfa udru eye nobuam bomfa junction na wa rem ti bomfa yiku ansana uka asikafo bomfa so a e wo kwa abre number 1 ho na your friend is saying Dr. Furusapon.
Okay.
Ashanti Airlines. Co-chairman of Ashanti Airlines. And you know, kwa abre so bomfa ho. Ho na superintendent of police. Mr. Furusapon or ne ba and Mr. Furusapon. Ne oni ni nua wi amwase de hye. Wo Ashanti Airlines.
Wo be kan bom.
Na unum say na me chief operating officer.
Oh sir. And e be ko yie pa.
Ashanti Airlines pa.
Say dem me tu kwan pa.
Betu kwa pa.
Ashanti Airlines, you say yeah.
You were American Airlines, you were Ashanti Airlines. Na colors no so no. Green, yellow, black.
Wow.
Green, yellow, black.
Ashanti my colors. Wow. Ashanti my colors.
Hey. Dia chire dia.
Wow.
Just dia chire. Dia because enyuma.
Yes.
Edwadie ani emfidi nyuma ana obi ahwehwe Ghana ha sei edwadie ani emfidi nyuma ana obi ahwehwe wa ha sei enti se o sorry ye se da na me ka kire community na wo tie no asori wo ho masalachi wo ho school wo ho hospital wo ho ahimfie wo ho na factory wo ho na edwam susu e wo ho a nya dia wo hwehwe
de ban biom na
nya dia wo hwehwe
no ano to where say to where
bank so best point so wo ho
onya best point
so community no free mu nko ba bia eti rural urban migration no esubetwa ko school ya wakwa to mo say community center enyuma ya bi entu wie school ya school pon wie ya na wo kwa boye adwuma etu okra wuntu kwan enko ba bia that is BBI kama fine eti ni nyina ko eti bomfa kuma mu na wo
bomfa kuma mu na bomfa kuma mu na wafiri ho wufra na ko aso asotwe so be free ya nkroma da wa kwa baba bomfa kuma na fe na wo asotwe na vo tutuma Peter McMahon asotwe deje ekwa na wunnim ohwan de
asotwe unum
menka o mazamna na baba menka
you from Texas
asotwe
I'm so poku ma worry
David
Texas
asotwe
mitio sorry mama
asotwe wafa se wunnim menka tra unkwa asotwe fo mo babu mi o baba bisuro na mi kai o drive out de oduru anu atobo
ase because so we dey put na afro
o kwa do be pose sana enti e ko ne die
people na pampam so na maami bi ton kwenkwen
e o topo
kofijobu jo shop wie kwen no onu say o mo de ahoma yi a speed arrestor abeto ho e honko ano udu asotwe na first speed arrestor no so na speed arrestor ne wo
no asemo asotwe
Uja pa speed arrestor no
asotwe die ba wo mo ya de wo mo ya bia pa krodada papa o de ba be si e che akuru na che se papa na wa ba bedru eye wo fa oni fa no so ho a na che se washing bay no wo tra ya Joseph Pentecost na ewo hui ehwo na ke ya ba be sei na we pija dia ba be fa ewiem ya me hwa nam sa ya brosen ya meduru ho a me kwase ewe madam fu bi wonam na kokodi nkomo kakre ni na mo betra na wo se wo fa wo negotiate sa kevo no so ho edi wani se ba be kire eye best point no eye stretch from Ejoso to Accra Queen stretch ni so a wo se sa ho no kevo no wo negotiate wo kuta car normal
ati do do Anita ho no
wey your friend nya Anita ho no traffic light na se wo se traffic light na se na wo sign di wani e ba be kire
Anita no best point
no junction no so ho no
so junction e white and na ya ne do be so ya na ha say no e title so esisi signage a ye nhwe se signage no so no obi twa nani a obi left or right it means say udru junction no so na wugina a the best point for no for BBNC wanim but me papa large na so na petrol on say omo the signboard be CCC omo the best point in chamber the one you careful hunu die a free municipal hono it dey here and say ubehwe yie ansa na wo hwe design of the road wo pese wo free one wo bese ko adwusu krom runabout wa wo say say wo ko na wo ko wa nipa no so a insese nipa ni pa ebe ko sefa abuaje ego hono akwa 10 o sefa abuaje wono they try to at the end of the central reservation no U10 our central reservation
ma ye bi emri bi very bad
anya de papa ana fe so nya du sefa abuaje wono sefa abuaje wono so na ura go hono no na nkrofo de atakureta abesisi ho enti wonye resifa buache hono na wo ye 10 so na wo ba wo hwe wo left no a unhunu dia obani ye o right no so no akwa no wono so organizer no wono so e de truck asi wo kwan
because you be can
we municipality dey signboard abeso no parking be ever no but hweye papa
because it's na because the BBC that time no why na be directed traffic because I dey way but a cover stretch ni nyina mo kwan no ni benkum ni
and even impunity na onim say obi antimi nka hwe nkyere no so ahono eti Chinese ni no
a principal route
just say national highway
central corridor
so ahono incident aso no what the far Ghana Police Service Divisional Command enim
or the fire enim ho
Divisional Command
assembly municipal assembly enim ho
and what the far best point
enim ho
odi wura ni first one between best point and GCB no what the wura ho say
that's a kwan na ekopiase say tuto ma kopie
it was far no
your friend say contrast
it was him atani ekwan no so no fire so now they akwa kontumo say fire for so right fire ni ambulance e was right or 10 here no and send a hospital so e was right or and was sunny here and what they call fro ebepo no eko train kwan no so it was a train kwan no so one na sectec no ultra
sectec na
na utu say coco shed no so and send a right no so asan do aba pramo say nurse for no hotel and nurse for no hotel akoda
there be me ko hoda
oh sir
jejo de me ko nurse for hotel na what nurse for hotel say saying
nurse for hotel Ghana registered nurses omo GRMA
okay GRMA woman see
fine say wo yeso so na sabi wo ba wusi so na wo so mpe ba ma wo kunu a hotel FS wo hunu bi mu da
sa na tie
wo hye so wo bedu dokuno kwa
what free
what's up here
05 you may what for the December 050-600-0909
repeat
050-600-0909 say oba wo se wo mpe be ma owo kunu ene se beye na wo ko eye hotel a
be mo ba na wo
that's what I'm my confused. I'm so umpe mo wajere. Why am I confused? Say samo. And that just say hotel pa aya papa. And I go down to say you cruising. Where you cruise. What our hotels we was what down there say do ahomache a as a what plane mu na ebe land no. We say na wasoma yo wan bi as to say plane mu style bi ahomache to say na breeze bi any cruising bi cross hotel no oh and lovely yeah some okay anyway to offer the essence there yes o metu ho anam because impunity Yankopon e dana se kra se BBNC ya crane operated bi kra so 1% ko comment wo ho nti ya no be kasa because habo
say it usha was a habo no use stackers so no it is stacker no akosoro it was a habo so wo kwa or say ye mawatade a wo share reflectors we say you bia ba bia keke ne be ma kwan amo akwakura nti MC beba me hwe say ye benya eye
because when it's a hydraulics, you know, it failure.
Na sam feel so
say two things. ebe failure na mfi.
But public carriageway no. Ye wo a shen yetimi faso.
Okay.
And a shen ya intimate
faso.
So no. It we sa staka no. Eye machine a ye de fa ekwan so ana. So normally no. So obesi kwan so a e was say obi low bed and na eswa no. E de ne ko. Ayesa awiabo wa koyi kwan ya wi. Once awiabo yi kwan wi a.
Ye fa ne faso bi.
Ye fa ne faso bi. This a low bed ne swa no. And na waba. So no. Enti aye enti yanko yanim na pa WhatsApp play
0506 000909 0506 000909. It is impunity way e call so e wo ejo so na ye ne MC na kasa anopa me ne kasa e no che so free a o ma MTT the commander no ene e che se wo ma e involved wo mo atimi achi wo mo nyina ne wa confirm say wo mo atimi achi eye sa skeda operator no achi eye ndi o ma no order achi chi nipa bi a ne wo mo nyina wo behind the bus e che se wo mo e wo police fo kukumu a wo mo toto wo ma no na wo mo atimi ehun se de tie na me de ye bi sa ne se me ne mo fa bi sa wi ne se eye sa ka no school no kwese atimi nya school ni din because school ni din ni gu ka ne ho enti nana safa ahwe se obenya school ni din amaye sa ka no na prekope ade we ba iti hwan na ebi e gate no ka na door no ayo opanka benz no
would the responsibility any care and protection of your child no
na obi e door school no na nipa no say teacher ni bi na ana acheche for na tight na front it is no to obi e no adwane o
you are aggravating
what serious o as say woman wo kra no ehu no dodo na samba be hye nkoda na nkoda etietie say we mie do no kra mpa me giri say na ka ebetima ye bi
ye no na akoda bi
etudi wachi
wo bi ye no na akoda bi etisi ya
in fact eno so say omutimi fine out say eti hwan no timi yes ade no so no caution bi o ha ye mfa ma no say bibi sa ne ye mie do sa do ankoda gum enkoda gu eye bensi mu ka enkoda gum so ho no wetima bie na do na no da ho na timber trucky team your friend say timber due ba be fa car no so ba be fa so do no so ano da ho so ho ti in fact na eye worrying but what found say na car no so gusu ko
and so one
na Benz driver no so gusu ko na o do no so ano da ho in fact idea say you to me pick lessons out of it say bibi putupuru say ba bi say na nkoda e ka mo ho sa na ba ne sa na say woman manage nkoda no mo ho kwan pa o betimi afa so
transporting school for nkoda no standard operating procedure and anything on say obehwe sa particular upanke no afa ni part 33
yeah
at home say school for nkwada no ye do mo for so into obefa nkwada no be 60 na chetibiti bi na so into no is it right
and you're right so pass any there
because if you also charge some be charge parents
say you tue ni so say dey you tue ni etina nkwada no ye do ma for so na akwa ye bibie wo ho a you very bad what friend you very bad. Yeah, very bad. I no say yetimi hu say yamofra no sebi yebetimi ye inform nkwa ahunhie mo ye inform nkwa ahunhie mo na wo ka wo mutimu suku nkoda na wo mafofo foro so saa so ho na schools cry wa Ghana wafa dodo say na wo ma ye safety audits awo mu schools mo dodo say kwa na wo ma ye saa de we wo mo ye say na wo ma we nyina o
capacity no
so it capacity na ye de baba ye be initiative project be say yetimi try hu say
Ghana education service do they conform with the disability act just say o mo betimi ahwe say akoda bia or ye physically challenged so akoda no betimi aba school do they adapt the property in line with the designs of the disability act na
most of them most of them most of them woman yen sa and even a buying schools in the crown adada ni nyina no most of them woman adan ni nyina na nye disability friendly ya foforo ye sisi no ene ye hu sen no amane say aya na egwom most of them dada ni nyina nte sa ba meanwhile ye betimi aye crowd ya shame enye disability friendly so ani nyina no wutum say ha adwen ye pa so it's about time I see etimi ye sen no yetimi ye road safety audit so na school bia say school sini for school sini bebemben kwan ho kwantempon na omo bemben ho
omo pon school kura no a hwe approach for school ye wa ha ya kwada ne pon a hwe kwan omo fa so a omo bebe twa kwan mu wa ha and approach for ntimi mpe lollipop man and lollipop woman e ma ne mejina
ho
and make sure say enkwada no una ahomiti o anopa no nsia ne fa ufa alive chapel ha say e wotesan no sofo salifu wono no bo akwada ketwa na hono na kwa ne ko na vegi to the left na kwada ketwa no watwemu afiri hono sa na no anso munyina ko depo school enti is it out of place senka the police recruit you kura bebe kura no mu betimi ama adjoining area to the depot no yanya recruits bi gina ho CPA foi bi o ma bebe your friend CPA
community policing agency
CPP and CPA
so community protection
to assist and kwadane some bebe school so where you better ho say oh chief superintendent of police yeah Mr. Do your friend saying bema amankwatia wada Roma hwe na yentimi shepherd nkwada it will be aso ye school na kwan da ho no mu a twinsu kwan say the teachers should take it in turn na teacher for enye your friend saying teacher for no ano ebi emre lollipop women any lollipop men
na omo fa mo
akwada ankwada omo ko school kura wa Ghana akwa ye kire omo se de sikwa kwan
mu wafa na me me ko
obi a kire se de sikwa kwan mu
me ko school ya nkire me mo
ya nkire se de sikwa kwan it's okay interview ba ku bi baba before then no utwa kwan mu steps be na be take
se utwa kwan mu a ugina kwan no ho na wa hwe bengum
ba bia ka ni free ba no
obedi kan ahwe ba bia ka ni free ba no na baba be hwe oni fa so uwi anasa akwa hwe obi
asa kwa hwe hifa bi
asa kwa hwe obi nkum ho bia ka ni free ba no afi won se mu da ho a say you safe to do so na wetwem
what say then
safe
to do so now do you run on the street
over I run
don't
so
move as fast as your legs would allow
okay.
But don't ever run intumrika wo kwamu da
utuna wotehwe
so no
okay
na no mate ni bi wadwoso zongo ana wabefa passenger ni nti ode passenger ni ko no car ni ba no ana onu utumrika ana went me anwie na car bo no passenger no ejina ho passenger ni na anko ti wo mate wabefa passenger mienko passenger no ejina ho wantwam ejina central reservation wantwam ana mate no etumrika twam no tehwe na car board ko no yɛde ndu mena no wu nti na de wo mu ani sɛ emaba wa bi so esi so ye from Queens na teacher ni ba wo kyerɛ de wo secondary school ɛna ye friend na fia kranchewa wono na sa Queens no omo ye donations to market women na bebusa sɛ I choose market women and omo ye location and ne omo do over 200 bags of cement any chippings ahodo ediakọ eye race course ewo kumase akwa adwadifuo ma na ewo ho any man queen market queens ni nyina akwa akosia enti yemkonko busa eye fia kranchewa sentia wo mo eye sa adoye no mafia yem wa ha
eja
eja pa na ho te sei
na me ado pa to me ho ye won so
waye boni bi ani akwam na no yete se mode eye cement ene chippings akọ race course adwadifo ho enne so yes aba bete a mo san de bi akọ na aden
yo eja me da fe me pa mo cho race course eja no me chemu kakra enye so obi gina chi obi si se nkofo krona ene ye de koma omo enye nkofo krona so ano ye de koma banka mafo na omutu omukọ race cross say omukọ didwa wo ho no omo na ye de koma omo because race cross ho no na ye asase yantam eda ho ye hwe ye nya sotwe ye ma pata bia ma omo ye cement ho shipping bia mu ho enti sensu cha ana se epesia the way a omo asitene mu eye wo ho no na enya ahomka enti ye kwaye omo adoye Wabra yera Chief Alan odi na awada no. Ye no mo kobo mu di awada no. No mo yedi ti ye no mo say bedi o ma sitina mo ete no. Nya ahomka. Enti on be frɛ yera Alan na ye bo na chidom no. Ododediefo ededie efi na kuma so eda na kuma so pa. Enti on be frɛ ye mehwe o ma sitina ma omo. Enti ye kwaye omo adoye eye last year. Na ebe die na abeto dwa no eye central market omo na omo wo kejetia ejada danemu ye omo free wa omo ti modern market ama omo no na ye di omo kopu to be nefa ho no enti bankama ejedifo no wo afa to be nafa na central market fo no so akoku to be nafa na omo gina so no eso na hibanfo a omo da omo ano nti na chese wo hwemu a central market ya ma me for na omo pa so bi na fa no omo ko de ya ka omo asisire mu a na ka enye ahom kakra efi that amafo no nti ana ya kwaye omo adum because you see a cat apenya atakakra nti ana ya kwaye omo adoye ya koma omo chipping bebre and 200 baht of cement so be di omo tina no yera Ala hu donti papa no ejedie da na koma so na ye na di nyina na oni mu se otumi epo ejedie hu de rebo hu bai na ejedie tu mpon a oman Ghana ebenya ne ntoma pesra na ye ma me mu so asitinem enso aye kama no mwanya adwen pass count mine anasa adwumo emu da ho akoma eto eyemu edi etitwa na oman Ghana na kuma semman eye MPP akoma Ashanti region eye MPP heartbeat ejidie kase so the whole West Africa ejidie kase a ekoso nyina area Ashanti mantom enti na che say eye ni esi ye ma no mu digedie no so na say ya wo mo ya ko mo nchen akwachichi omo re ana so say ya binche omo ni ye hu omo hawa na che say ya bo man Ghana abro enti ema no ya kwaya na central market for na ye tu omo free kejetia no omo na ya kwaya omo sa adoyin
na omo je no so san
yo ya kwaya no Queens emayo ayesu ye hu asi ho yen ya buta ye si ye ni so na say we believe in good governance amemo pa ina ye gitu na amemo pa no so no yewra na na do dankwa e di abreye oni ni MPP aban wa ma ye nuanu ma na nka o mu ko school a aba tan titire ebre e wo sikasemu ene free SHS ada Roma nkwala ni nyina akobi ene kraki ni bo bia tie enti ye woni se ejediefo no mo ebre duto na ye ma enti Queen sayeti ye hu ezi wo no ye koni ewura Alan Dimu Alan kojo chiamanten John Sheni Dimu no ni Dimu na ye koye ye di adechede ebeboa ye ma me mo ma fitire mu aye form ama omo no eno na ye de koye ye koye ya asem kituwa bi ye fi ye ma me mo adechede kituwa yi ya kika ye nsase ye bra ama hu donti ye de bramo na mo finsie ma fitire mu na ma fitire mu mo jedie eduma mo ye wa ha no enko te ma omo na ye gina sa de se adechede no so aso de to safra ye rachi fu se papa you for declare when the victory or the media ni contest when the victory or the support when the victory when o say ye de neko papa ye nche wonka eti adechede ye dia free trade for you so na say je for ye gina sa adechede you so na Queen ye ni ekiti for nyina bom na ya ka papa man panya kensi a bekoso do yese wo gina bi maye ko fa form ni bi na gina bi maye na egidi amfa ne ntoma pa mfidi dwuma amfa ne ntoma pa emfra wo man Ghana esansa ya twa hu se empty amayokuo ne mpanyimfo a ye edida no obia wo ni unique performance bi a aya eda ne nso yenhwe ye wurakufuo odi free maternal care baaye capitation grants baaye kufuo ba de baaye Am I like ya want to know ya won't hurry kakra? Yansha Yemra, Nanado Danka Akufuado, or no such free SHS, and Mumma, Shia Adana Pumaso. And can I say, yes, so person would it be BSCB near Pasha Bukumu? It's in another buy or sit there be at the quarter modern book, and Yansha Baby. And then I want to crash for a busu rubber for a busu of our mind. Or buy one yabro, or the young Rakojo Alacha Mantin, and to a JDA and in City Juma Asayano. The Yera Alan, the NS and another Gaman of woman so, as an apassoa, which is the Okocho line the one there to be moved, Okobia Factory Biano. That is the Yera Alan sitting dear war of it is to say, free maternal, free healthcare, free education, attend to Mano. Because in Colamo more enjoy free education. Almost baby, near the Sunday, and you might not a person ever him. It is to see any you run to so and obey to me, and then to market, yes, and your wash out here. It is something in the said. Delegate, a see a henna for. I'm away people more for ye or my penino. Yes, sir. Money and to or mind that. Your friend said that's your mare or mobile. In Numa, a yes, about on my one for my name to show. Ah, my God, that's what to my first friend, one for my name to show. No more Yemra, Alan and Ran. Let him dear or what will you do? And if it is Dumano. Also, look on my gun and my gun and yes, China. Now you're too quiet, near to your man when you're here to ma. Into your fire, yes, and me.
Mamma Fia Crunchwa, na ye, what's some walking? Let just say a jadi for May. And nay, warm manner to me, Akusuku nibi, a yen another danko kufuado at the Roma, and the Akana saja or Mudia, and a mote and no my ediacro. Na dear in the bebemwama warmo a genus impieso at home crack, say what they bay, say Alanko Juch Martin, Wambra imagina flag bearership of the MPP. I get the four man, they no almost saying.
I get the four man, Papa. Sana ya cry as a man, I de corner. Nessa. A judge four man say, almost you ready. Say, yeah, Papa Alan, or Shana Sanwadini, sir. Almost you ready. Say nomination form, someone. Or more the Papa Fa, Ama Yera Alan. No one got now on my Penia Conyano. And I get the four man so excellent class. And my delegate, more MP from the delegate before. Yes, Ramon. Near Wohopia, Mumpa because you did before crime, and Papa went people. Yet that's what you know, Pinty, you won't give. Now, for me, Papa, who pa, or they are come and say, and must say, or see a casa, or see a business casa, or see a Juma casa, or see a bad time casano. Only Chief Alan, yeah, the dog, a friend, Alan Cash. My casa, job for the people, cash for the people. It's a good for myself. No Alan, no vote. Ya quiet, we should video. I want your mom to you and say, no Alan, no vote. Not Boy, almost a comma MPP delegate for. So almost Remo, so now MPP dear, almost remove a Dama Kumaso. No matter say, Jane and say, if Alan, come my year or more Central Market, if Alan, I didn't get out for pen I show more. I think it's Alan in the chica for pet and I show me. It's almost the almost in and say, no Alan, no vote.
Inti, the crano. Na, why a J no mano, I would get the four bano, a year, mammy phone, a drum honomono. Why a J no man war my name? Nana knew this amount.
I have my 4 million. Our mother a janana, a year by him. Ane adwene hema na adwene hema na ne din ne aka mitimpa na na sekina omo na omo gina mu ejediefo ni nyina no eje eno ma no ewo ejediefo ni nyina eji no omo de omo no asam tuja eda yewura Alan Asre so omo sufre no wa be hwe omo e ma wene omo nya aboba ede begugu akeche no mu wo ho ne mfuturo no mu wo ho na omo so etumi aton omo ade. If you man for me, the teenager, the pulling in Anamana, or Moje and Omano. Nana, I will catch a man if you say, Cassie, my uncle, Cassie, Ya JB was a castle to be bisha. Omuna him for the every what can who ha. It's the end and cafe hima, taco hima, tomato to hima, body hima, hima, abe hima, kobe hima, momane hima. Omuna no more. It's a nice as a wushama. Tomato to me na hima for any nine and omachita when you no more honomo. Eddie. Odobe boom, eke no man official.
Enti ni nyina mu no sɛ yetie wo kasa yi a wo kan dia na kyerɛ sɛ adwadifoɔ mai wo mo asane abɔso wo yasenim ade bibi ahyɛ boa mu sɛ sɛ kwadwo kyerɛ matene woni sika mpo a wode kɔtɔ forms a wo mo abɛsane abɔso no mu akɔtɔ forms na ma no
papa asan we ko do mo kai akra na obi awo sekure ku obi a ogina ho because mama ba ko hima ba ko kan sembi o se anya first time o mo be ya sade yi bi ni o si chama wo to me ba o mo na mo ba bo so ko fa ne form sama no o ma yi pita eti we no do mo pewa ade eye so o mo ye ma wo ba no onu su be ye eti se papa the way akofo declare e kikan say you support we yes ye nie we nie almost chief you who be bisa because almost my baba son or more chayo. Then ka chief be you bibi and also be in the name and also you bet you na tita for say chief ba. Na so almost you when the ma and almost you when so obi an kofa forms na almost ka ye ready because si kano si an ebi wo ho free teachers at that moment almost me see kakra fine. It's in your home almost the change chief ala nomination form. No man kasa ba kra ho no mo. No matter the nomination forms now, my chief Alan. Not chief Alan, it's me again a contest because almost no, I know money that's all. I'm not wa, or take, almost into Shia, or take, almost casa, or JD casa, or no kuto. It's almost on my ready. Almost a ready. On from, on my back of a form.
Enti, yeah, ma'am, na UTV crash so by ho.
Me patch
Enti just adwadifoɔ mai ana kyerɛ wo mo kasa ya UTV ekɔvei na Queens fuoi maba wanko na edom
me ba cha Queens no eya maba ya ko nko a
manko
ai kwajira ka sembi if you educate a man you educate an individual but if you educate a woman you educate the whole nation. And education on any of one school demo. We don't want to be no one who says, say not the NXN and no see education. I don't find a proper researchers, Debbie. We don't want to be people who will be sat at the way saying next year. Oh, when a bar, you be who say you want that's why you need education. It's a question in your mouth. I didn't want you why you would say. So you're a chief bar. A man who you want to try it. They are MANSO who tell you, not just the whole nation. And I am one toy. And I quit a mouth when you are going to a pretty water region, northern region, central. There be a few horrible. And see, I am because I'm out here. I'm not a chiruku. A man in a chiruku. Because of our a crown coso. Or bounce a range now, a crown coso. Then another answer to Ebeji asante man si wo no sa na yan so ye ti ye buku se ye pese ye giga na ti wo ni e bi ye ra kojo alanche mantin esi so na ga na nya no ntoma pese
ade na Queens for ye mamamu na ye mamamu apiafo kwambia so na mu adwuma ye de anase mu ne nam kwa
be pa so be pre ye adwuma ye wo nurse fo wo mu ye wo teacher fo wo mu ye wo ye first local government workers wo mu ye wo ebi mo so medical school
na just a professional women professional queens pa
be pray wo bankers wo ma bi mu nyina ye bankers eno tie no want mi amba be pray o mu nyina go na ayi hu kan mpo ni se a man penimfo bi wo ma mitimi mfo mo din botwa amusho pa it's not just say you ra ala na asam no aye critical obi be say aye bloody
Aye bloody papa. Na after no was why you bloody.
Na say papa no mama. Ebeha.
Ebeha.
My Ghana, yes, but yeah, perpetuating no. You hear all varieties. You hear varieties. You hear education. You hear with you pay Juma any church. You pay higher say China.
It is a Juma any get
and Juma need get you know.
Why
because to buy out me ko pay Juma. But to buy so o ko ni Juma na. No a ship no ma ba say yam to. It's not just a no for the same lie. Juma ni.
I just say Nevia Cranch was here the okay dear. Like I said, do one to quite free Ghana has say you compare Jumayo.
Papa, and no. Obi to kwaya, o compare Juma. O ba to kwaya. Most of us man me near Jumanya, Papa. Me near Jumanya. It was to me Patica Messi.
This a Jumani be Bagana had dear.
A Jumani be Papa won't to kwaya kwaya.
Ubetu kwa holidays and abekwa kusua die bia ba.
Ntu kwaya na kese wadi adwuma wa ha. Ntu kwaya also ko holidays. Just travel and see. No akongu nyame abodi bebre different ones. E wa monone no waba. No wakwaje wa home. No waba no obeginem. No ya chichiri kro no ye de adwuma ye ani gedie atichiri kro no kro na ye je. Uko South Africa wa Africa he ya. And so do I say where to approach it. Say you my Papa ADAKABRI, me catch your weather crab better. Na how you approach you.
Ah yes approach you. Why ya no awie na wo ko na eye menua ba ko pe no eye kwabena mafo MPP papa 10 gram o se me musa wo se anya no a eye singre queens ewo mu a obetumi anya bia ware ana. Ede kwabena wati.
Ente ba ma no sa wo ba so a Musa wo ba wo alandimu. Na wa be pushi na sa wo ba keke.
It is what bad what to be say okay. Said the eja.
O to be say. Me ba kwensofo. Me hu flower bi wo me bete. Na che so wo ba so a. No so so ba bo ala adwuma no wo de alandi na ba wa ba alandi a ma ja wo ba pa.
Waye. We leave it here. Na fia crunchy wa. Teacher fia crunchy wa. Onyankrupo twedi ampon. Wonhira wate ana. Just what you said to me. Conditional friendship padio. Conditional friendship. Majeli, what? Just a comment me about Swaba. On pictures here, one dear Bennett as a mamba, one JJ, I want to nature's a jeans you could have been done your mark, quite say, and Manchester jeans or Ghana.
Dear Bissau, me, I said anymore about.
What way your friends are a more I trust session. Aye. Ghana for my person. No one with the pantalon. Akataka no
one share, Mamma, smart.
Omukuya yo.
Omukuya you.
You would that. Trust a person. The bend than your mark was what me trust a shakwa sorry.
Oh, and the crumple dear say, I saw been put almost off a penny castle. About I said, try about sorry, I will. Sometimes I'm not sorry, number a woman. Almost a sort.
Before I see be a winner or compare a vice chairman. Was what Nadal Roma, Queen's of woman, Mempeba Comano.
Oh, Salmon.
Aye,
Aye,
vice chairman. Let us say, vice chairman, we hear back with the we are vice chairman, Papa.
Oh, sir,
I share. Hey, it Memory. What Diana? Who's our politics? Now, so I want to me a hold the amount you know. Hey,
how's your politics?
Okay, said that from sir. What's up we
050-600-0909.
Me baking can messages and say, yeah, at the end of Buafua. Yea, messages no do so cry. As them then cranny. A banner to do sana and a buafu. A banner to do sana and a buafu. A banner to do sana and a buafu. Young call a Facebook. What? I say, said not and yet your friend is saying a queen's form a man and money be a name pictures and a money.
I feel also pictures.
I see pictures.
One mending his statement.
One mending his statement.
Next time, all the statement to her. on fantu yi
on your plain English na on your clear
yes yes I will say bibi say oko gina court we nka ba na ye twa remando afi na wo beka say da bia yes na na meka
enti uko Facebook live Lilian Akoso ya bedi ako I said this MPP government stop the lazy man's approach and invest in agriculture. You are not ashamed of importing onions from Niger. Start farming and export. Stop blackmailing Ghanaians with that annoying e-levy. Where do you expect us to get that money from? And what about Eric Edu? I say I'm waiting to see Asante Airlines from UK to Kumasi, and Kumasi International Airport. You know, say proposed to be Yasanto International Airport.
Oh, okay.
You know, we share British Airways. Ukuta 767 747 the Queen of the Skies
okay
enipa no ye chemu miensa emu mienu ebesi Kumasi ansa na watu abankran nti no so free UK ba de obesi Kumasi first omu nyina sia na afie no wabankran na waba besi wo maka no ko UK susu a obetu afrinkran afa kakra na wakwakofa edom no Kumasi na chese wode omafro edomko inti Asante Airlines de unse airlines bia no o register o hub that's o register o hub inti Asante Airlines no both local and international inti on be register Asante International Airport to Kumasi as their hub operating hub no omu free Kumasi be bankran Omfri Kumasi beko wa Omfri Kumasi beko Tamale Omfri Kumasi ebeko Takrade ansana Omfri Kumasi ako Abuja Efri Kumasi ako Lagos Efri Kumasi ako Banjul Efri Kumasi ako Dakar Efri Kumasi ako Libreville Monrovia Efri Kumasi ako Abidjan so hono ansana Omfri Kumasi omo shase a omo ako London Heathrow ansana omo ako JFK so no na fi no mako Ashanti Cheshire with the big bank so ni akọ friends saying Los Angeles LAX so no na fi no Hong Kong and China and so beba in the second phase of operation it Ashanti Airlines be ye adwuma papa I say Ejata Bata Adenta. I say we say now to the e-levy. Why should we allow Akufo-Addo and Bawumia to tax us for their incompetence? And comments up too on Facebook Live. Or say let's support e-levy for a better Ghana. Regards to Mary Posh, incoming national treasurer. And or the Ebaye. Nana Kwasi Apia Sechi. And no so or the Abedru. I say, good morning, Professor ADAKABRI. I'm watching you live from Manhattan, New York City. Wishing everyone an educative and entertaining show. God bless latte equiapem. It papa free latte. We are latte neighbor. So papa tia you cannot say so we are latte neighbor. Papa ni free latte. Papa kwa na so waka. George Ajimai. Hi ADAKABRI. I'm in Germany and I'm very happy today. You mentioned my town as a train. So no. So train. Woman no matter masudi one beti di ambeka. Sana mba beti di ambeka. Texas. As a train dansukrum. Virgin Chairman was watching live from Akrokeri. Kofi King, no matter what you people do, is Dr. Bawumia's turn. So you queens should forget it. And Wafa K from No Plan Station. Or say Dr. Bawumia is coming like a kai. Say no to incompetent NDC. And or they buy Nana Kuya Mwabwateng Nab. Nana Kuya Mwabwateng Ablikuma Central. AKA E-Levy. Or say John Mahama and his NDC should give us a break. And or they buy God say rains. Mark. You they resemble ADAKABRI pow. Some what fast no.
Na me what fan there we dey say a understatement. Me what fa.
Dear me mekano. Me ni wa up to 90% man give beka de nka mekano. Me and him are one.
That's all.
ADAKABRI It's Liberian ladies who came to show Ghanaians how to wear jeans. Oh, so no.
Samum.
Liberia for ma because every man in Ghana for to good jeans so sir.
Of a mint to minkai.
What's a Canadian fan class or crown?
But I said, eh. Then sorry, no, but can I ujinem?
Yeah, na uko fia. Na what go. So no. So Ubiko Medical School. Book ben on friend Grant's Method of Anatomy.
Oh, okay, anatomy.
Grant's Method of Anatomy. So no. Na book no nya information kakra. Na what mental picture, you create a mental picture of Sawa Shankro for jeans EB.
Yeah.
So no. Na what said the normal city. So it means a Grant's Method of Anatomy. So no. Na o de adwuma
papa doctor for ndo mo kan anatomy ne ade na o say emu ye deep ye ye be hwe ne
because ehu hia papa ehu hia apenfo no so betena se enche bia eye Amaliba Kingsley Haruna obetena se Nana K enso so betena se messages na na chese abegum na adoso na ajamo na nebuafuo nti yesusu eguso a yedi ho djuma
okay
enti yanto aso na interview ba ko mienu bi so so emransa na mpanefo na tenase
from hitsth.com.
NIT 100.9 FM so enina ene Wednesday January 26 2022. Maji. To see our expectation. Answer na panelists better answer. Parliament what my expectation is.
Aba the American free omwa say one more ebema no ma yeto abade ma o mo se wo mo kosi anem no ye no yensem ebe ye o mo hiasem yensem ebe ye o mo hiasem na wo mo ma eno ma bi esisi wo ho na mri bi atwam no ye no ama ne bi nsisi bi said the parliament aye ne de bi ameka said the parliament aye no eye sa akoba ne sa eye se akoba ne se eni no wo hwe eye the numbers and said the numbers na ye konya 137 na yetimi konya independent candidate ye pa no so the another page e the amaye e wo yamanyo sem na ye ye no enka ne no na nka yesi ye twura bakosem na e be one way but we so the dynamics being so aba e the normal fufuru bi e the aba be fra yamanyo sem na ye ye na yamanyo sem na ye ye no na bakosem mo adachi bia na yetwura yeso yebetimi aka nti ye de yesere ne se yen ne yeto abade ma o se wo monko enkonkosi ya na emu mo ye 275 ne ya yesere ne se yen representation of the people mo si ya na emu wo ho no mo ma yensem enye mo mahiasem rather than any other thing enchen bibia sabio ebia won bedwen ho na se yensem no eye o mahiasem na so mo so mo idi so ne saade a ebeboa ama parliament wo why jojo ebeboa pa don wofa because I na muslim no esem ni bi wo ha wo follow eye parliament proceedings no esem a wo mka wo mo ba montene so ansem a na wo mka no na eto da bi a wote akire enu turo obi wo ho betima kire de o mekra me konkoto aba da bi menye wadwen da se konkoto aba nkoto aba hwan ne konkoto ma yen ye beka koto ye
ya ma me read the messages like also ADAKABRI, hey please, I've been knocking your doors but you don't want to open me, please. Why? Manoba Steven our Pantan village and or the way by also ADAKABRI, if Alan donates cement for people it's okay. And if Dr. Baumia says 5,000 cedis to each constituency, then you sit on your studio and complain bitterly. Oh, Ghana. Oh, God have mercy on black man. Amen. Start with dear Daniel. Adina New Road, Anglican Church, and what they buy. Everyone can sell and donate here.
I'm going in the name of Allah.
We will not pay the e-levy, even if the so-called majority accepted it in Parliament. Nanado should stop Mesha Kasante and I'm penny there and far west being Shamano. I say good afternoon, ADAKABRI. Tom Hammer and his NDC should give us a break. They pretend to love Ghana only when they are in opposition. Even if they mean well for Ghanaians, then they should stay in opposition and fight for Ghanaians. Now, or they buy, yeah. I say good afternoon, please. Can you please find out from the education ministry? That's why you so where to be. You want information about Jackson College of Students. That immediately have definitive allegations. Now, they want to find out. The education minister, Ekafa Jackson College of Education. Now, what is the position now? Bye. Next time, open information. Men use certain words. Now, energy information. Why? The education minister, they want to find out what you said about Jackson College of Education and what is happening to them now. I want to say that only a witchcraft will see or appreciate the good work done by the President Nana Akufo-Addo and the government. And let's keep standing firm. MPP is the only solution to Ghana problems than any other party. Nana niye, MPP niye. And then Shraba, Anelka, or the Ebaye. From Mystic Wonder, the incoming deputy communications officer of the Nsoma Dojiri, It's inarguably clear that the incompetent and adult government is the most corrupt. Ghanaian economy is intensive care unit. The education system is crumbling. The economic hardship is unbearable, and the center cannot hold. Another promise to protect the public purse, yet 12 billion is and also or they buy. Yeah. ADAKABRI, to be honest with you, after the expose of the MPP lies by NDC in Kumasi last week, they also doing panic reactions. Apiapa ni Suleiman Pino Nima and or they buy. Yeah. Also, for good afternoon. And I just want to say, Master P, what we do. Was a Mimanti is airborne inside Queensland, and I'm enjoying the hottest political afternoon talk show inside Queensland with Auntie Amma Lucy in Camberwell. Akosua Kwedu, Coventry, Augustina Baden, a Ramaneka saying inside Old Kent Road, Prince Okra, Sandra Okra, Kofi Frimpong in Queensbury. Akosua say watch champion inside Kensa Rice, Mami Ama and Amanda Pia in Canning Town, Pabnamani and Eric Boachiankuma inside Enfield, Nana Sly in War Farms 2, and Patrick Osajefu inside Milton Keynes. ADAKABRI, the relief funds for Apiate victims should be dispersed accordingly, devoid of bias. Regards to Honorable Samaipe and Honorable Dr. Frida Prempe, Master P, London, and Odifriya, what they buy. Now, Maji, Ubeji, where they say, yeah, Aprawana Samba, you know. Most of the people who sent him messages say, yeah, Aprawana. Germany, US, London. No, what Germany to US to London, Aprawana in the real fee.
Message, it's in a real fee. To me, you be nice. One more crown, one more crown. Omukwana sende e the background more. So now so woman so one mu shemu an on bedru Ghana na aya no mo pesa nam no. That is very good. It wo ye pe o konso na obi akra fa we bi breme so that is and so mo we pa
Aprawa no.
Oh yes. O twen ni aprawa no ne ade ne yakọ ne kama. And no nya daje ye ho ma nsuo no fruit say dry.
The last time Aprawa me we bi na me free emem ko Gambia number 2 Agravi and ye twa mo bedi akukuro mo say ya Aprawa no across road ni say ya ni na ya odo kan na wo say no am and I fa na to kan to be ma pa so na ye nkwan no ko
number de papa.
Oh yeah, abekwan. Na Aprawa yi. Ahemfo nam papa. Na sa time o san de enwa.
Ana wo fa obobosa na wo fa na onsan.
Onyo so David onyo bibia. Aprawa is harmless.
Oh.
Onyo hwe. Opekwa na de waso de dua no.
Okay.
Na se ne onse nsu ntonti enwa kura no.
Enwa kura na enwa de.
O se Ghana mum ye hu ani ko. O se enwa utimi to enwa maako 4 100 cedis. Adintra.
Awo krumu a. Ya man mu.
Enwa maako
400 cedis.
Enwa munu.
Na dia na wo mo ye no kura ne se wunim na wo sante wa wo kam na wo kogina wo de wo mo hwe ka no ho na wo mo de price. Kwawu saba. Udu kwawu saba. Woma abehwe eti se memeto a ani mmire ni ade no memeto a me komanim kakra na me kwa makwa kobu cover kwa kwhye baabi ona mashada na ante aba no ba price ni different eti meto wi na maka za etwen no makwa kotuka na ba abefa na me ko so ana sa de na ye na nyo
na je tete wo mo mahwe ka ne de bu mpe
obehwe ka no de abu
me ho fast me ka chiro obehwe se odwine bu obi bu te se de wako London when it tentem a wo mobra wo kuro no so so when me tie ni yo
when ni
se wako London na ukosi obi so so wani tintam a umobra no wasa umakwan
na yebu
kakra na so obu a ena obekiro so GP ko register wa ha we ko register wa ha we miankwa ha we miankwa wani tintam a no de nani to hwe ho
dia be abubo so wona ma tiji jo yebu a kakra na wa stabilize o ba na yaw se nwa pa ya yenwe ye
mako for
aden onu wi ara ba ka jo so mani mu ade
na no mi pebi pa mi pebi
o wa ba na ya emre ba ne bodin den
odina eye enkoko trillion 1 trillion konongo trillion
ho ne bodin aminim de je o mo yes ade akotutu ade aba fofofo de fa bra na ye nyina ye nka se fa be chen ye beto by reasonable price na nwa enai was 100 cities ade enwa 900 na chese ya de na yakopon de adom ye no kra no ye wibie no kra na so eyo haw
nenu nti na wose insuo ntonti na enwa ne ma na se asase na ye di nura frafra nti na
enwa ne ma
ye he
se enoma asesa so asase na kasa se ye asase no ba bia na ye dodon se nke kwaye mu a obenya nwa pa se omo de da your friends say po wase no ne ade na wuyiyi yo ne no hu no sa etinya kasa no ye sas ne environment na kasa no ye deplete no ya say no eti ama say no ma ne nyina so ofa brobe no ne ade nyina kra no hu brobe wonna ma
sa
akwa koshia bi ka
omudwa sei eye sechere tobufo no
sechere ho no obo say na ebi wo kakra
omo say odin foforo sa de frɛ no
brobe no
Cabinet Freedom, also called Billy Who from Anyako of ADAKABRI. Good afternoon. I'm listening to you. More grease for your elbow. And also Asadiaba. And Miss Cospelele, Marjorie Adamfo, aka Howard Twaso. Also, in fact, Texas go into nation building, so E11 must be approved to develop our country. So, the open or my name and I crab here the eye. Nature said, I was saying my E11. Also, thanks so much of our most grateful uncle and a Master P for London. Also, ADAKABRI, the MPP delegates must do underground work of all Ghanaians to know the choice of flag bearer for 2024. Alan Stantor. I'm has in one chair, quite annoying. Bye bye. I'm said about my who says, what's your offer? I'm so pursuit to honor. Now to say about the suit to close
or drawn attention.
I don't remember. It's a good idea. It's a good idea, Bra.
Well, was the internet in some show you.
It's a good idea. What I have the papa. And yet, I got one soon. What's the ADAKABRI? The MPP delegates must do underground work of all Ghanaians to know the choice of flag bearer for 2024. Alan stands tall to the admiration of all Ghanaians. Dr. Bawumia cannot win the heart of Ghanaians because the dollar to CD is still deteriorating. Poor prices skyrocketing. We are still importing chickens, rice, onion, tomatoes. In fact, the cost of living in general is bobo, unaffordable, and other consumables that can be produced here under his watch after 5 years in government has become the order of the day. We cannot continue importing everything. Failure if government to buy and tanker saloon cars, SUVs, pickups to MDs is a sign of incompetence. Alan is the choice. Michael Ashalaja and Odi Fribai. Kwame Nkwiniu Aplaku and I was say if the history of military rule in Africa is anything to go by, the coup leader in Burkina Faso will soon realize their folly at the intractable problems besetting that country cannot be ordered to halt or stand at ease, nor can be quick mashed. Whatever the crimes of President Kabore, military rule is the worst of all dictatorship. It's time the African military were told to concentrate on the core initiatives, core activities of their job. There's no military academy or military college in the world that teaches good governance. And or they buy Noah the Ark builder, or say he's the rare man, the man of integrity. He has served the elephant family around the coastal areas for a very long time and still serving as the regional secretary for the Western. He is a good man, the man that hears the voice of the youth, party foot soldiers, and grassroots. The great man is called Charles Unuawanto Bisiu, the incoming General Secretary, because it's the people's choice. And Odibaye. I say, ADAKABRI, MPP government needs to take an interest in what Honorable Ibrahim Juma Udum is helping the Nigerian government to achieve in the production of local rice. If we have someone like him here, and Nanado interested in getting him to champion our planting for food and job mantra, Ayamba, Kansuma, and Odifribaye. ADAKABRI, we want someone who will think about we the grassroots to Tum, Manoba, Steven, and Odifri Pantan village. Assign Eddie Abba Abekahon. Right. Amaliba Transit and Nana case so Ebe Transit say. Could be a Jane at the buyer. Aprawan could be Prawadi. Prawadi. Also one there about a year.
A proud so then I'm an the year. Of a Madame Fubi said, or which said, me arrange it. Now, on she also was some pa. So you are very intelligent, best in everything. I always want to listen to him. And please, can you arrange so I meet him personally? Now, Miss you, Mate. What can you do?
I can't do.
Me said, "Yeah, we go president in the paper." Very important.
As a good afternoon, Father Cabri, from Dortmund, Germany. Good work done. Keep it up. Alan is my man. I'm upon Dortmund, Germany. And I Ode Abba. Or say whether Alan or Baumia, what we in the MPP need is a united front for victory. To break the eight, the agenda setters should respectfully go to bed. Jomo, Pokuasi Festus, and Odebaye. Haruna Kingsley Amaliba. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Now, what is saying? Okay. Issue I want your expectation of deliberations in the Ghanaian Parliament relating to e-levy, and also John Mahama under stress or what, given the exploits of Kwabena Dufo and in recent times Kojobunsu. Right.
Mincha obium na mincha okru a wono moye adwuma wie. Na me fa ncha kase so ema atiefo. Na mincha me party mpinimfo ina titu ne Alhaji Sheriff Abdul Nasiru. Or a neck member of NDC. Na mincha me amemame the honorable MP for Tempane constituency, honorable Lydia. Over. Me pacho ma mesima ba ko na me mbo mampini Akufo-Addo abaso. You see, I am the ardent critic of Mampini Akufo-Addo. Na no kwasem ne say you papa me penasem. Young for politician, some people don't like him. But why DBA, I think I need to acknowledge it. Of our him 2000 after the elections, there were issues in Boko relating to the chieftaincy matter over there. And towards 2003, case in court. Mampini Akufo-Addo law chambers represented one of the factions.
The Kusasi
and the Mamprises. I'm representing the Mamprises. But at the end of the day, the Supreme Court ebutia on. Until Mampini Akufo-Addo ebedio Mampini no. Some of us had the fear that when he becomes a president, definitely certain things can happen. But so we share Boku issues now. I can say without a fear of contradiction that Northern in general, Mampini Akufo-Addo for the past 5 years, have performed better in the terms of maintenance of peace in the area than President Kufuor. You get me? That's the reason I think I need to commend him. 2003 Supreme Court ruling can perfectly say the chieftaincies matter in Boku have been settled. Boku Naba and the
at least we should also know to say you are a Kusasi.
Yes, I'm a Kusasi by tribe. And my uncle is the overlord.
Yes.
And my uncle is the overlord. So I know what I'm talking about. Until recently, and the issues started say about. By 2017, a Brian Somampeni in Okonof, he went to my uncle's palace. And he affirmed the judgment by the Supreme Court. That he knows nobody as a chief except the Zugurana Naba Asiri Aburago Azoka II. 2021, Abra was winning the second term. He affirmed the same thing. About barely 2 or 3 months ago, disturbances not such as CBO. And I'm penny to suffer me offer and Rama nearby in Chewa Bankasim. For the first time, Mampene Kufuado provided an insight into the crisis in Boko. And he have called upon that they should invite Nairi into this matter to solve the problem once and for all. I think it's commendable. And I need to acknowledge it. So at least for the direction they are taking, and by virtue of the fact that they have been able to respect the judgment of the court and maintain that Kusasas are the rightful owners of Boko, the Brian T. Assassin, here Makwai, Mahoho, and Medieso. You
are mindful of the sensitivity of the issue.
I am mindful of that. And what I'm saying, I'm just paraphrasing in Yoma Akoso and impeding for some Mwaka. These are words from the president, which I am also re-echoing here. Notwithstanding that, the levy,
your expectation,
and part 2, my expectation is say 11 yentua.
What am I?
Ghana force yentua. Now I'm expecting a Mampeni Akufo-Addo say na buying ya buy on muti Ghana for someone. And your autocracy in the boom. A democracy. Ube kai rolling time. Time when you cover VAT e buy. The then Honorable Akufo-Addo led the demonstration in 95 against it. Nipa 5 in a year. The government did not become intransigent. Kokoti can be. The mumpo. We yadam de beye juma government na yes sir. Makinkan will baby say when I go to Pon Kroma say Ghanaians can go to hell. They live in it, they will pass it. In fact, loud silent media, radio also, or more published on website. A government which claim to believe in democratic principles must engage the people. Kabima kabia mambo, nya kan kabia mambo. Now what the Ghana for Becca? Widely it has been acknowledged without any dispute. Say Ghanaians are not prepared to pay fresh taxes. Over, look, the OT are buying some more Modeka, or more can into a pushy you live in now. Almost say Omo Hiesika because COVID in tea, ama government revenues are conform. Government revenues are suffer and no dive. So therefore, or some more day you live in the bar, so they buy a bit in Yesika. No DBSC are dying, or DBSC schools, or DBA year quine, or DBA agenda 111, planting for food and jobs, agri minister and process, and ye live down to more. Yes, campo, near a tough at another mark for more they do no buy. Over. And some more canina no crabia enim. So shall a bind a budget or they call to parliament, or Mampene Kufuado. Nema mean you about Honorable Kenoforiata or the Ganasika seminar challenge. O job and penina name, I didn't call my boss sick at the court to parliament. The able wants me levi kawa. As some cow woman say, the car banning yourself obeying no. I 105 billion Ghana cedis. So you live in say Ghana 4 peninsula, my ye live in Gini na Bomoa. I bet 105 billion Ghana cedis. Now, out of this 105 billion Ghana cedis, no, abandons on second scanner, when you know 105 billion now. What the moon 37.46 because kutia interest on loans. Busia yabo asabre ehunsi hu wose kwa kutia no. Ene nkwan 37.4 billion. Odi any free wa. Abandon what the 35.8 billion betua salaries of workers eka. Wo mo ye banye djuma emano banye so the 35.8 billion betua moka. Ebio, your friend will say amortization. Amortization, Bosia Yakoboa, Sabre, as you say, this has got the echo. For instance, my babo for Bosia 1,000 Ghana cedis offer, Bosumi no swan, but 1,000 bebro. Bosumi no swan, I swing, what for 1,000 was such in China, for Sika day, a commando. Because when to function to money a year, but the same bottom there will be compounded interest on top of it against the principal. I was say, me three any interest in now. Do I say, yeah, this has got quite the money. aban no so the 7.9 billion kwa kotua sa aka no eno achi your friend we say statutory payment get fund NHIL Assembly Common Fund any scholarship secretariat ye was futuo bia ya boato ho a emrahye ekete say aban agigi esika was say aban de sika no sa futuo no odeko and we ho hwe anyeye first was aban e de cost sa futuo no mu aye statutory funds no and so aban so betua 26.8 billion Ghana cedis over so who can say items wey and 9 bomu a obenya 107 billion 107.96 billion that just say against 105 billion aban say oje say 11 poka ho na the sika also wo ya no eno no so you saw 4 line items wey the to nchen ya sika no abro so ma ye bedeka almost 2 billion plus e wachiri papa yo so hu eno na aban na invest aban na dia hye na o de say ne tutu mu say afi we nko ano wo so to me bobo 32 billion Ghana cedis sabanya boss abo 32 billion Ghana cedis na o man ne mem and wofa baby agina sesi ayi o man sika sebo asan atetia pansam amem ye kan yen kai biom say aban we ni abanya anya sika o Ghana bakosemu echi aban bia o man pino na roll this time say sika no wanya bi o man pino ko 4 times say sika no wanya bi mens na mahama betwem say sika no wanya bi aban we say covid nti wo say twa yi levy ba wo fa hwade kakra covid eba yi before president mahama na mens e be fra kunwa so na me fra bam omo ye ntutu ye say ye oil la ye tunu ye control the man so a ye de mu 70% sika e benya no e de ba be boa ye local budget aban sika se no ntutu ye wo fie e be ka 30% no ye de mu 13% be kwa koto heritage fund e de man chirima na se china bi wo mo ba na oil ne sane ni ho bi mu a sika ne foto ye boto ho no wo betimi akofa sa sika no ye beye mpuntudwuma bi na de abo nchirima a wo ba beto sa foto no eno nti 13% e ko sa foto no mu 13% no kwa and 17% aka no ye de koto stabilization fund o man peni mahama e be fra kunwa so no na sika da stabilization mu e ye almost $300 million o man peni Akufo-Addo ba betna de so yi covid ba ye no oko parliament ka che parliament say abushafo yi the here da ye hun nkan ti ye boss afoto we de to ho no the here da no and then abeto yen ti misramo mama me kwan na me cost stabilization fund mu enko yi sika dem say crisis can I Ghana for dia afanu ni na egitum bo mampani foto samfo kenofo riata ade srede o jira mampani nam ade beto ma shebedwafo anim ma shebedwafo animu no omogitum ema $250 million abani ko yi says kanu World Bank ema ye $100 million what they can want $350 million IMF I can say COVID abanti omo make sika bi available e dey ato ho a amanya person omo beje quick credit facility no omo bra beje in fact omo is a moratorium of 5 years as na betu asa no abani din kai koji $1 billion and later on osa koji another $1 billion e dey ka ho akoya $2.35 billion abana kwa koje awde abona ta so ko de first kan jombe na badi aye besinde abana sanso ti covid-19 support fund awde ni mami na odza ni nuaba former chief justice koto ano mami Sofia Kufu, right? That's the name odze koto ano account so be no more in Ghana parliament atwe mo besinde finance minister entimin call parliament in fact breakdown report and come say budget ekoje ye no abushafo scan se ne yaye kwa fa so di ni e de we abandon min kai na wotie response bi abakrampo esre keke ukoto nose mask abandon so ukoto nose mask and tumagu die ya ye si ani hatasa you should be or their common secondary school nkola or the Veronica bucket account e de san sanitizer konkon kitinkiti kakra de account abandon so boka $1 million Ghana cedis $6 million Ghana $1 million which is $6 million Ghana cedis plus. I mean, over. And the money sika shall surround transi. Eh, sika the true can say. Now this sika ni via o san be book card ya magana for sientua yeti kroma na bank say banks bi ho a they are distressed and to say some banks in guom bia askene ka wo say abandisha banks na say o metima gina o na so ni protect o mo ye adwuma wo na nnwuma angunu na only 9 billion abank time over 20 billion e gu banks ni na mane wo twa ne ho e de sa gu na wo gu ni ka wa bono e de be sha banking services levy mu e magana fotua bonebe ni aye against that let's look at the revenues abine wo ya 2019 government exceeding revenues target or exceed in fact almost projected for I think 42 billion omunya 45.73 billion ebroso 2020 abine projected say onya be or they say is it 50 billion government got it more than that even bank of how do you call it Ghana Revenue Authority report about Nancy I say almost 2021 budget almost target no they have even exceeded it so just a break COVID by based in there government has continually appreciated and exceed almost revenue target that's a banner raise exceeding revenue target even in the face of COVID crampwa then where lies the justification say Ghana for inkutua or the same electronic transaction levy before government can get money to buy fertilizers, to build schools, to build roads, to build hospitals, etc. In any case, over. Yeah, the Ghana go the national sir. Yeah, the oil appeal so because time over bam investment at President Mahama against one oil well. Our the boom my one president for 8 years no. Mampine for the beto 3. 10 in Iran, Tome 10 first year who you to ho. You're building additional 3 PFOs, the FPSOs Kufuor, Atames and Kwame Nkrumah. You see, when you mean the Jaho, you have $1 billion investment project in gas, or the same in the gas industry. Ghana Gas Company, we build it. You stabilize it, doing so. You buomine Jao Sikade Toho, for instance, Esla. When in opposition, you criticize it, oh, by what to fine. What about the sinking fund, the Jahomao, Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund, Exim Bank, you created with him that Jahomao. For the past 8 years, Bosnian for 2 abandoned young Kwanwafa, it is amounting to almost $80 billion. Niyame Papa Kuma Laji Mahamadu Baumia, before Baba Ben Saben Okai, also they were coming to move the country from taxation to production. Yes, I'm okay. And also no bar. A Busia pa de Busia de. On why you Bank of Ghana as a deputy governor. Sika here dear bu mine. Sika no krom ha. And because of President Mahama incompetence na want to bu mine. Now what you call IMF. What would you ba? Or move money from taxation to production. At the same time, they're going to use tax incentives to build the Ghanaian industry and the Ghanaian businesses. At the same time, they will stabilize the dollar. Dollar the mobile benefit say and the dollar was saying. And almost 7 cities. We can't even tell the dollar and the government which one will bring the 8, which one will break the 8. Of course, the dollar and the city will break the 8. So number 1, what mismanagement. Number 2, incompetence. Number 3, the visionless and the cluelessness of this government, which have no idea about governance because President Mahama catch on for hey, incompetence. I can take that word from former President Kufuor or Rollins. They have been there before. It's almost me incompetent. I am here. Major tune. I will see more. Now more mountain chain s 2 side no there. Mumbo break because mo nyamba be muda.
Omo tinchen den.
Omo tinchen omo 2 side nyom no. Omo break mo ba be muda. Esan say okodo se tikase area adua. O ka say emre. Now open one no be hu say yes. Here the other form. Munya botansa until you come to government before you can criticize certain things. And now here they are. For the past 6 years or 5 years now, President Kufuor and his flat staff houseboys are listening. Let them phone in and tell Ghana for tangibly. The Sika Omonya almost $80 billion. No, dear pardon on Moody says Kanaye. Alaji Baumia, His Excellency the Vice President. Also, look, Ghana PSC, we don't need to tax people. Yensi toll booth across all the major highways. We will be able to generate sufficient revenues to build our highways or to build the roads in this country. What's also Kabium said, the Osha Ghana Equinano, you pay here $37 billion to build all the roads. Fine. So far, you've gotten almost 80 billion. Uche mienua. I brought the money and so. That's the against the promise that they were coming to build concrete road. How many kilometers of concrete road almost you come? So far, so Uche Sika ba binding some. Bosi and Binaje against almost 350 or 250 billion. Bosi and Mabo in Anua. Almost for sense can ever yeshe. Bahama got little than what they have gotten. For instance, President Kufuor the better kunyaso Bosi and Kwano Oba Bem. Near Bosia ne kaya bo free o man penik that ku 4 pounds so anyway see Mres Mahama because if you Rollins echo kwa ben kuma time no epikinti obofro cancer sa kan gumaye and Mres Mahama ebe for 9 billion could do 120 billion but 120 billion no we have everything to show because Millennium Schools is seen Accra eliminated the shift system. Many schools were moved from under trees to ultra modern blocks. These blocks you see the Bank of Ghana Hospital, University of Ghana Medical Center, Kumasi Airport, Kejetia, Ofa, Kotokraba Market, Cape Coast Stadium. I can't mention all the projects. There is something visible to show from Mahama's stewardship to this country. Nina Bobosia say 54 billion. Mampine Kufuor to Kwanko Europe. Eko bo abani tu say yam pam Mahama ne this fleur kunwa so Ghana bebo. Say ya broker e de gunchiri ma ho. Wono betne kunwa so just barely 6 years or 5 years now. Bosi wa bon kwano ene Ghana ye ka akodru 351 billion. Onon kwa de over 250 billion ya beka ho. And the Ghana fo busa say, o man peni sikane busa wa boy, sikane wo dia ye den. There is absolutely nothing to show for. Against Onon schools or kinds of about basic 300 within 18 months, 1.5 years. How many years now? How many secondary schools do we see? Mahama did not cancel beven or come converting into boarding houses. No, they be 2 employees be away. Oya she. As pity ba komponsi and cry ha or call la general hospital ko bubugui. Say obesi hospital fufuro. As pity no we see. Of a call hwe. Omo den chance agye ho na fusre. Ya de fana mamponko na omo we. Na de fano so dua nkuruma. Meanwhile see we na la fokoja ya hwe e wo ho. By the close of 2020, how many hospitals do we see? I saw what they are bought from before you got to about Mampendi. I saw bought from 125 times, 26 times in the Koye. Is it Bonkata Manso and Ohina Mahokwai? Kakao money 126. So against all this project, and again the revenues are by Yano, what has the government done? What does President Kufuor have to show? There's absolutely nothing to show. For the why? Why? Because we want to organize the big parties. They have wasted the money or must spend this on consumption, but not investment. Against President Mahama, I don't know about Bosse DC Terminal 3. Moses Sabi, he was borrowing recklessly. Agreed. Your Bob Bosse recklessly DC Terminal 3 and no offer. Terminal 3 and Ghana for permanent jobs. Terminal 3, Ghana for Yegmo. Oman pene Kufuor anya duty free shop the amane ba ne baba Valerie Obasi for the rich hospital ko Ghana for
President will be Valerie.
Yes. Valerie Obasi we know.
Yes
I'm Rebecca Badono. Of onim. So that to be yunko ya pao. It is not about that.
The ba anase the baby de Valerie.
Mama Rebecca Ba. Say,
you go shoot you.
What was well? But Obasi, why do you free shop Terminal 3?
But you not personalize it.
President Mahama build it. No, I am not personalizing it. But Magana for whom?
Winning processes are okay.
What processes
do we have any basis says Papa present won't me apply any offense opportunity be about a Ghanaian's way?
We are not saying that.
Okay.
What we are saying is Ghana Airport Company. So omo ye proper competitive tendering process. About the fast on mama me ba ya. Na Valerie enya asado to fish up na. Omo fa on krata mbeche ni here. Before the election, my boss and fit through this challenge and they couldn't respond to it. So what for that settles the matter because onya that duty free shop no. Esan se ne papa ayo mampeni na ne mama yo mampeni yirintra. But we are saying that President Mahama built a facility. I don't think that man akwanya mananya sa ade no. So that Japan was built by Mahama for the state. So and what you apart from a Juma Diama Ghana from Kwanwafa, Terminal 3 so far are generating over $500 million. The amount of my Ghana. You get me? Kumasi KJTL market. President Mahama facilitated a loan from the Brazilian government. No, the market, 250 million. No more to see Kumasi KJTL market. Kumasi KJTL market is capable of paying for itself. And as well as many projects here, these were the processes. Look at the Tema port. The port here or Tema, the Takrade port. This is how you boom mine. Enti, Bosa Wabono, and Chimba Eba Betuano, wasn't Chimba Betua Sakana. Ye young for sure every Bosiana Wuji anymore. Ye Bobosia investment in the most a reckless borrowing. But more than Bobosia Bedikenko, Minister of Foreign, Minister of Finance, and a reckless borrowing. More Bobosia to the sense, presidential jet, I have Thomas Mampini so fun to coin. Mampini ko 4 times or toy, a buy no call. But, and as you join him, a better will you see. President Mahama so be you see, no just you. But a Mampini Akufa don't quaso there. Also, one presidential jet all of a sudden, or come on ye into a just war. And or they renting my other heads of still within the sub region. No, no, castle one high presidential or say private jetter, Ghana for 8 years, the airborne kakwa. For the past 6 months or so, things all started to say, oh, keep presidential jet, no. A minor book over 100 million Ghana cedis. That's go away, a bit my baby. That's go away, a common villager. A bit my do not less than 10,000 boreholes for the people in the rural communities to get potable source of drinking water. But man penny their foot plane, or Jado no we see a second in aqua. In the case of this illegal Yakan offer, we are look all the argument have centered on yen generating sika, revenues, without looking at the expenditure column of this argument or the expenditure column of about revenue or also raising. Who have talked about cutting down expenditure? Is it true? Say what staff festival flat staff house they are being paid like Article 71 office holders. Is it true? We're asking. Because it has been alleged. And it's allegations no by and so the flat staff house, Eugene communication director, so what? Me and my senior brother, Kojo Ponkuma Wante. Have they responded to that? They haven't. Therefore, that allegation probably might stand. So it can be true some people are being paid like Article 71 office holders. Are they one of them? Or are they among the category of people classified by the Constitution? No. So if they are not, and they are taking salary according to that categorization by the Constitution or classification by the Constitution, is that not a breach and abuse of power? At the end of the day, you are asking Ghanaians to come and pay this whopping amount of money. COVID abayate, yen capital expenditures because you have not been able to increase public sector workers over salaries. You haven't been able to. And then teacher unions, about 4 of them, they are on strike. Education is being crumbled to the ground. Students need textbooks. A lot of schools and konya krampon kwalantre munsha di empo yenya. Now should that be a child rose route at the good car to say ship Mufrigan had the kwama on it? I mean, what kind of government is this? What kind of leadership is this? Such an insensitive for among new man who kakrampo and to one pinnacle for one new man who that dream kakra. Only up at the only tema. Doesn't he feel for the people? You see, it is very incredible. Sometimes unbelievable to say the least. So if you hear MPP followers, government will not get money, government will not get money. I stand to disagree. After all, in the midst of this economic mismanagement, any the attendant challenges you are still defending say Ghana economy is the fastest growing economy in the West African sub-region. True or false? That's the argument. The Ghana economy is on its feet. I'm going to say, economy. Now, so economy there, it must reflect on the people because Ghanaian populace are suffering. The masses are suffocating. For instance, of a fuel price and I'm 7 cedis per liter. We can't even tell whether a bedu 10 cedis before the end of the year.
Abronya say 2 euros.
But you see,
of 15 cedis.
Sometimes, with all due respect, I don't like using Abronya for my references. Frankly speaking, because he's supposed to know better. Europe that the bamboozling analysis, Don't forget that European German workers are paid in euros. And now the Euro number chrome her. A dos chase the age of her. and they live in different economic systems altogether. The hassle the European workers go through, no, we don't go through that. We need to look at the two societies. The economic conditions are prevailing on that society and what we are having here. Ghanaians have to contend with so many things, including dependency ratio as a result of unemployment skyrocketing under the regime. What do you say? National Investment Bank almost a lay off nipa be 300 plus. National Investment Bank workers have been laid off.
Yeah, and voluntary redundancy.
You see sometimes so.
Voluntary redundancy. And your forced one.
Over. Okay. What will trigger an organization to call for voluntary redundancy? What will trigger that?
We are not into that. You said, sir, 300 persons have been forced.
Of course,
you are making it a point.
That means things are not going well.
Voluntary redundancy, person will cry my uncle.
Things are not going well. So why do we even ask people to go home in the first place? Not the person nature.
The person will cry.
One person nature OTF. The person nature OTF. So, but the underlying factor, the underlying point here is that over
now.
Obiniwa
new environment.
Obiniwa or Tibia na Sumjunwa because on call Obeku. No, I will do that.
I can't bit me manako.
Very well, that can be another side of the argument. But the point here is that some workers have been laid off. At the time of buying to a napco worker. At the time of buying to or the teacher training and lesson training allowances, government cannot pay it. So everything have crumbled down, and the government need to acknowledge it. At the moment, what can save us a bit? Abani was also break akra. Break our betting say, number one, Mampenya Kufuado on cut down the insatiable taste of, high class of bourgeoisie living on Tisukakra. Because Ghanaians are suffering.
Okay.
And you cannot continue to make the people because you want to satisfy your own comfort.
Okay.
Cutting it down, well, let me wrap up on this. Conveying a stakeholder consensus. It was a good precedent set by Mahama government. And I am with a view that probably Mampene Kufuado should have called this consensus earlier in 2021 to deliberate the way forward about how to handle the issues, especially where their claim of COVID, is that something to go by.
Incoming vice chairman of the Santi Achim SAF MPP, Miami offers Biaso this year, and now Kojuji Yabua, Nake, or this year.
Over.
More transit.
Yeah, Eja.
Now, Sky Blue is also there. Ne utuntumono you no kopa
I say over asante de share die e ba no African print share die of ADAKABRI na kire me ankofo ne ka say wo entade bi wo no ma oto na hyewa omutwam wo ho na twa wo mo touch ni kum kama pa nti eja yesu ankakrakra wo fa ho
yake so be kwa kotena Shanty Airlines
I send you when you to say that was a debut ambet na fia me catch you say yeah, I'm careful. A time will come despite friends say a group of companies, Oba employ any part do more than police. By Afa. And yenya the sundi paba kuminu and sawo may more. Of a GD is a bed and do ne wo abine a bane kosono. Betty abafom. And despite media and quasi power employ me how many can be a mobile 500. Peace, okay, neat. Hello, UTV. Online for Facebook for you. Of America, come on, be about 500.
Yasafu class account.
That is a Yasafu Zwabe Kaho. And I bet that there be one man a bonko.
Just one can who now who are cratchy our back.
Yamali Bazuni Namui. Who's there? Of us, or else, Obikasa, a tin baby. Ebiano the diabon thing. I don't know.
Now you're tuning, Kennedy. Was a baby, I'm about to short, yeah.
Enti bonze ensema o kamyo se wutu ni fokuraze nkrofo bi o be voluntary redundancy won ti ase ene wayire ho ni asaki nipa afenu me ho ba bi ote no position no ote ni nti de o kanyira won ti ase over
asema da wa ne say ma wa kwa ba yama bracewe de what expectations in the if parliament ye bie na lingering issues about the e-levy. Mientie.
Offer me da say na many agile si enya sebe didi kan mampani a Ghana fo sun yi ni sun na Ghana fo da jene ye ne da jene information ye kuta me ne say minim so fa on so at say e-levy here 1.75% no even the current yom the quarter parliament no they have reduced it to 1.5 eja omo hwese ye betimi ahwe ne age atom na ofamenchira de we say mun so
omo susu say telcos no so are saying say they stand in readiness they almost better phone charges so 25%
according to deputy finance minister Owura Jonkuma ni interview ni press conferences awaye no ofa de waka amaye nyina ya tene se aje omo ma sheda se omo pese omo beti ase no matie say even 1.75% na nanka ye present no ofa emeye addition to 1% na wo ho etekus ni charge no na emum ebeyi sa 1% na free ho na abe 1.75 now negotiation a cost ni say tekus ni aban na atenase mo negotiate say 1% tekus ni ho no ye teso ho ne pese enya somayi bi ente so kakra free ho na se ye teso de ba 1.5 ne kra na aban na timi enya be emu be 8 ana say 9 na 7 or 6 akotekus ni ho enti offer aban we enya ban a ontie Ghana fo asem Ghana fo sun ye ni sun sabe offer so ye mampani na ati akonya so a ebi a wo pe ena onya access to free fuel wobusuafo mo to petrol offer akoche bi a mampani abusuafo omo to credit o omo si mo money bi omo ye course so they understand the challenges we are going through and so be a better for the case is no catro sena insensitive government na mampani akufu ado ntie ayentro metimi a kireo instances therefore aban we policy oye so de ba Ghana for sorry said there be mampani yesrew we de ye ni say man osimiya na meka ye menka say kamintimi nyen kametimi ai because mo de 2 million na mame nanso enam say mo ho adwuma na me de be yenti mejem oni luxurious vehicle tax a ye de bayi cardless ni Ghana for sorry said there be mampani e do so dodo osiye reverse ye fanto once enti aban we say yaban a ayi offer otie Ghana for sun ene Ghana for mani hunu enya ban bi ebetwa mu a na nani abere na ye nti obi a Ghana for sukura no ose wo office Ghana ye dina ma no tukotena Togo aya na sometimes e me ya seminia a young gentleman say ya aban no tia ban mu and this tia ban mu mo amfi no enem ko position na nani abere ne ko ho ntini wo kom sa be wi akire no omba ban mu kura mpa ahwa ne yansa mu ano eya no come sir because so much that omo tia ban mu no na engrofo na omo kasa bebre ne no mo ne ewu omo ntimi ma motin be certain things ya malba ne aso ni nyira egu no so anopote ha ewioti ha enwumiroti ha arajooti ha ena odi ne suit no wo ntokwa hunu ewo kuri mu enti ofa age de won pe Ghana yiedie menu aketo anu metimi aka de mpe bi a kire wo ye makiri ba ben nan aha radio so kura nka meka de echen sei over aban we say ya ban a enima pani sese ya pa aban we de agu fom no enya de a ba akwase bible asebo kan say minima dwenkura madwene wo enya bone de na mom se me be ma wawie ya pani ani da so ye bi say ya ho say ye so ya yesu ono ate wo ka bi osu development ho asem osu rules ni kura mu kwan ni naban ni party NDC ti aban mu epie budget mu from 2009 to 2016 mu free aban mu ofa me bo akate se me bo afofo so Solar Road budget bia epie mu aban mampani akufo do aban ni gusu a woye me nchire ba ko eastern corridor do the purpose so
offer NDC budget be appear Oment me anye mampanye kufo de ne kone enam kwanta south kwa yato Kwoti region developmental project ahodo enkwanta south kwa warehouse kakraka ban we yesi o now for the person me bisa NDC for anya Ghana for na complain for ya kwabontin ye ne Ghana for di nkomo Ghana for se policy in there papa o na mo man people for matena ho no NDC for atumfutu agu Ghana for ni ana to Ghana for bi nsutrim ofa me bisa se ya sori aye ko UK ya kopa besia na meboa ya kwa China ya kopa besia China omutu gold China to oil America for to gold omutu oil omu timber aye taxes atwo no manchichi no mu di yo mu kuro yi enti wo ko no kwaje ono ne taxes na wagege ne ko bomu besia na de ba be yawo de kakra eno kura nso aye ntimi ntua enti na wo de obetimi wo access to taxes no se wo so betimi agege bie na de aba man ho ban na man ma so mo pe development na so mu ntua tax no ofa ne e be ne den na yiye posi enkosi koda enkoda menu enti hai busa ne se free se wo na wanyina duru sei watua gift tax pay gift tax busa zo watua bida ofa ne se watua bida
what you gift tax
ofa me say met me catch you place the chrome frimpani to kosin kwala so open grofo bi o matua gift tax unya nipa be 5 offer well the last time I called you so go to obi acha atade ne value 200 cedis go to so tax
and no see to ya
and your friend the gift tax obi krom oje Chris your monetary system won tie the same grass say you this time Kevin Grant go na wo se Kevin Grant so ne niam no de afukura yem say upay say we ne no he no abechirem nyame na meto opani bi na to de chair me okay do atama do do say wa me makoma kunsia gift tax e woso enie kone kotua maban no so there's nothing like free but ya hanya duma obi business a oye of abaku say kura mfa bank mobile money no dey any business huge sum of money abandon benefit hwe obi si business oye of asikani adi ku bottom ne adi abre no one fa bank and a bank for Pokrania charges be at it. So the only way I bet me getting all these people involved. Say almost baba boa na you two near the boa or mine chileno. And the same mobile money na yen atum say I boa no yen taxing the kakrebi na more Ghana for. Of American way say no na me catch them by so say a quite be one me bet me asante so be maka ho ofa yen sante so na yenye ne nkakran nya se ene papa yen kuanti na se yesu ye pushi ni saa se kwan bi ho ne ete so 1% bi ana se friend say 0.1 na 0.2 bi free so na bebo a yen sa nyi so biem na emere bi a 14 na Ghana fo so hunu sampa dwene ye kase adwene Ghana fo ho no eye no kore ofa de ko ye mra se bedwafie ani say the arrangement akwa kodru no me wa rehemu kase ni gidie kase se mrahye bedwafo bagi atum na yetimi e de arezi enough revenue near the achechere of mine me of I'm in support Ghana Beyond Aid ye betimi agya besia bo ne betimi agya is depending on other foreign countries nso a offer the only way out ne say ye yan kasa ye behunu kwan ye befa so aboy adwe ni yenya biedi de kan industrialization ti ebe bie enuma ye bie enuma no ade etoso mienu ye tax ti ebe tua the appropriate tax or say offer ye tua Ghana need to UK Ghana need to Germany Ghana need to US Ghana need to China offer ye adwuma na boso me so a ye ten the tax ye tete tax bi also ye tete bia because their system is working and you are here ubenya NDC near na cassette ya say offer first of all Ghana card the honsensem yes there be ukwa Ivory Coast he ya wo de offer uchini enura na me memrante ne ba ku tie program awia no na we interview your friend say former MP Aduomi honorable Aduomi ni bon komo na afi wo bo a friend say oh Ejosum kure bubon kure din. Na ubono say, hey, ofanso anim Ghana hapa wochini o. No say no bobrum so bobrum kure nyina. And I'm so for no najmo ye ne say we moving ambassador. The Ghana had them dim to we obrafo. Wa onu yankuma kwa nkuma tikese nso ne kan. Wasi minim ha nyina no ma enyo hia na yasesabo. Na yasesabo. Enti offer the year can say, baby ya ba bedru no. What is the way forward? Me, I keep telling my colleagues in NDC, say, when you are criticizing the government, you come out with a solution. You don't just sit on the radio, TV and criticize the government. Tabaine here, what your man will be Huberto. Anya here, also who be. So, what is the best way you think we can handle this nation? Yadebekwa kodum pempenswa, yen depending on obi tax awoje. And yakwako bomu besia, and yadiababa chichiri yemai. Offer, said the the best way approach, any industrialization, Mampenia the Danko Kufu Ado Abeyi are taking it up. And then, offer Kwakumada and Ekohe, tomato processing factory Kakraka, and then Monoabo Alan Kojo Tematin Sasso. Mampenia Kufu Ado, Ministry of the Trade and Industry, Hono, Oma Peja Siho. Offer any pania before Mayajimo. The vehicle manufacturing companies are holding a diabaga and a bin see that. NDC will not talk about these good things. But they will have problem when you are trying to bring something out. When do you want the friend go for ya kahon sembonia tumfutro Ghana for any? Now I don't blame them. Oh my omu say a friend say huriye wo no okekawo. Adwene papa ni omutrim. Na me de da bia me kan say empanifo so si dua mu mokwaku a na no anasi. Do mugusu omo ye no omo nkoso ano munye. Ghana for ehu MDC amamu, omo hu MPP amamu. Ye hu MDC amamu number 1, number 2, number 3. Ye hu MPP amamu number 1, number 2. Ghana for aswansa. Omo hunu mampani ni political party oba odi development bre omo. Oba odwene Ghana for dada ni omo sitina mu yedie ho. Ene under NYEP of all who do I saw mase. Aman ba metufo. Ya na so trans natural proposal. We don't want you to finish your law school never bad problem among man is just a power mu adwuma ye. Write a very good proposal. Na fabra. Na yem fam ko NYEP. Na so try so be set up something. Na nka wo so de aboa emabru so afankrofo mu adwuma mbi. This is what we are looking for. Industrialization, entrepreneurship. Of our maybe ankoso Omampenya kufu ado kan na ndisi fu agina no asibone te owu teacher ni oye billionaire da billionaires ni nyina the business people who mo na billionaires no. So if you want to be a billionaire, move into entrepreneurship. Na also for ideas se binim dia Yankopon de ma wo no de wakosu akosu ya ka ho no faki kanema bom na fa ye bibi na em benefit wo ne wabusua ene ahoho nso abefa wo mo na ne o ma ye adwuma ti ye ni sei ne ma o man chechire no ayako yi afri aye friend say always importation na offer ye be move fully to manufacturing na eno ne be ka kire yen say afa o man ne daach no enanima da ho clear every say stika dodo a ye de besesa e de akoye import offer e bi bottle water ya wo ekuta wi na said ne despite adaroma why special ice wa hai and ye be kwa import nzu because ye bi wa hanti ene mampani adodanko akufo adene na be de eche Dr. Mahmoud Baomi adaroma tissues and ye use Ghana nyina Ghana own tissues toilet rolls ni tissues akase jumbo size ya and ye de uhuru nse wi de pepay of us on the metre no and then nyina Ghana made because we have about 19 different companies all manufacture tissue Edi ama Ghana. Eno tina ne so 2016 na tissue jumbo size ne bo ne to 20 cities 25 cities no. And na yase bo na cost krampo ne njama 15 16 cities. Because production na ye man mu heya. This is what we are looking for. Say adwuma no ye bebie. E maburu nya adwuma ye no na the cost of living no enso ba fam. The entire ne for bia so your pebro ti akotena. And say okwa ade di kan anya factories wo bebre obenya bi moduma ye dodo na baka no kura Ghana fo brochie bi be frɛ no ma ka kyerɛw Ghana for do na corporate any office adwuma no mo yi wo come manufacturing companies na e be a packaging and no mo ye packing no more arrange boxes e bi so wo Ghana bi okuta bi a master's degree but o ha sa package adwuma no de ye o Europe na ni pay so sene senke bi wote an mokuta hoya dwuma o bank bi as bank manager it e far better so better na ho simply because say obi achichire ne de na mana yeye. What can we also do to better our way of living? And no na mention million this for say they should come out and bring out solutions. Ghanaians are sick and tired of their style of communication. The biana your friend say Mobasobo. What do you have to offer? What is the alternative means? What you say better than what we are offering Ghanaians today? And no Ghana for bedi machino. Tell us. Is a problem now. Is a problem. Ghanaians they know. They have seen it already. So tell us what you have. The alternatives are one now. So they and the better 1D 1F nimuno. Fatwa Bonting. The only better free senior high school nimuno. Fatwa Bonting. The only better E11 nimuno. Of America we interest. I mean so now me for nunsi. So when you saw Mampeniku for 2008, and we introduced their friend the talk tax. Why you be down? Mampeni Mills and the benefit ye. Only Mampeni Dada John Mahama. Ask them. Time I introduce to talk tax, no. Offer. And this is for Chanimo Mano. And ye did the cancer here. But all the benefit ye. I'll be chasing Kennedy ye. Chasing Kennedy Yafunya for my Vanya Jumabia. How about the condom tax no be introduced ye? No more say a nuisance tax. Talk tax no more described as nuisance tax. Tax and Yansenim. And some mention they rather added condom tax and the bread Ghana for. Taxes are said to Tidiana Bo for Mampeniaku for by Wachem. We spoke against it. It's your buy no, you demonstrated to Ghanaians and say, Yay, your customer, you did so. Condom tax, ye free. So far, the year can say what Casa baby and son of me, maybe I'm starting free. Some catch you test message, baby, and no, I started. Me 15 minutes go. Casa about 25 minutes.
Mammy Musan Bibi Kakra.
Bisanofa.
Amalba, any part of do no so say and excessive borrowing by the present government. He beat me a Siano. This was yes, what he has here. Uncle Bobosia, rather than domestic revenue, Obeshon up. Waji Yulevia. Won't you say?
In argument, the we say stacking the card. Card stacking argument. We just issue no now or cancel before. That's exactly what my senior brother and a case doing. I've told you the benefits of e-levy. Ad hominem submission, personal attack, no attacking me. I know the company is in pain for you. Canadian fine, it's part of the game. But he has conveniently avoided the issues. They may patch the Ghana for you. Say, e-levy are binding say original, and yet because of COVID in Tria. Number one. Number two, that e-levy no. As someone binder council say or G levy no credit. In what capacity now did he tell me the end of Meba. The capacity now say my basis ni say my premise of that argument ni say governmental project say so e-levy ni kwa parliament due to manage GR. Sika obeji na this year in Saka 105 billion Ghana cedis. Number 4 items. Interest on loans, on status, how do you call it? Interest on your sovereign debt, I will say it, amortization, salary of workers, and statutory payment. We can have 5 items with a bomwa. And in Kwampuno, it costs more than 1.7 billion Ghana cedis. And contrary to a binary projection, say, up 1.5 billion, 105 billion. No. Sika banadinka dimpo so bedinu. 107 billion. Ya bedika 2 billion wachire. And because yes, say you live in Poeji to moi. And they are buying here 32 billion as a loans in this year alone. Go and read the budget. So and that issue, haven't refuted it. My customer revenue target more exceeding 3 consecutive years from 2019. 19 more exceeding, 20 more exceeding, 2021. A buying council of 52 billion. A buying 57 billion Ghana cedis were exceeding the revenue target. And you know credit. Say COVID in government revenues are suffer nosedive. Yeah, that's not true. You are talking about NYEP. That NYEP who brought them? I'm putting that Muhammad the call for NYEP by National Youth. This National Youth, that's a Youth Entrepreneurial Support or something. That was the name of the program. And I'm about the master Dino. That planting for food and jobs. You find the West Africa Agriculture Productivity Program. WAP. And they call you free Canadian government. Mobile is kind of a Tom now. Now, they're planting for food and jobs. In any case, offer. The Danina near planted for the year, yet you are near, and you are planted here. Now, more 10 cry, more kind fertilizer bags. And a bad day for some creating more grass. I am able day by day by. So, you haven't refuted that. But you see, also manufacturing car plant on the back room. And no my cars say. That car see me the Uchibaya.
Me respond.
Me respond.
Rhetorical question. That will be sarcasm. I cast in Suokrum. I don't need your response. Offer. What are my VW? Can't you say who you for some any flour? Who room and if you can't put Nadia Coffee? You got to go. So for so now any flour. Who man if you can't Nadia Coffee? Some planter will just say, how many Nadia to the VW Ghana made the open one ajetum. How many tia? How many? And you can't tell tia Kevin. So dear, okay. Car manufacturing plant. What you are saying? No manufacture cars no ever. Most check cars. Euro to 2 parts go contain them. No more the bedroom car. No more fixing the parts no ha. Most a car or Ghana. Say a car. And you be a car where you magazine form pone about show kind for. Omo to me the chance ah. Apostle ko just afo the cars or you and change your mokano. And Timunya trust my mokano nyati. Enough industrialization. Na industrialized way. Near way. At the end of the year, and the question is even if we are doing assembling, and you're Ghana for Bruno, and
you are not making this conversation attractive.
No, even if we are doing assembling as you claim,
you see, the level,
how many assembly plants in the
bag? That's not true. That is not the reality on the ground. So that's not the reality on the ground. I don't know, baby, Bajan say COVID-19 and the yield levy. Should we pay it or not? Yeah, position say. So long as we are
you
concerned,
will not pay at all. And
we are standing by the argument. We are standing by the argument of Dr. Laji Mahamadou Bawumia, His Excellency the Vice President. October 2020, 2 months to the election. Obabu Fiduema. Muamu niyo kwa mesefaka na interview no. Or can say, ye or the saying, mobile money transactions no is being done by the poor household. I don't think any idea was a yetua to also. Dr. Mahamadou Bawumia, His Excellency the Vice President, the position is sana. The position is sana. So the position is sana. He should come and tell us, as a chairman of economic management team, the position on the yield levy. We need to know. So that going forward, we know how to handle this argument.
Already
Ghanaians are overburdened. No, I can't or the same. Like zero tax on. Tax by how many years? You did not intend to scrap that nuisance tax. Despite the protest, I participated in the demonstration against that luxurious taxes.
Okay, man.
You never did that until President Mahama promised to scrap it. I don't know, man. Penny Swan, my menu back in for Riata. No, going to Parliament. Echo you for yeah, no communication service tax. NHIL motum or the same VAT motum.
Okay,
and you have introduced taxes, including baller tax. We can't do that.
Nana,
over.
Nanke can say NDC the flag bearership is stable. We see say Abnado for
it is over contested.
And it's so could you bonsu. I offense could you bonsu. Or also so I do saying.
afame da se empanifo kasa bebu bi omubu om se yenka ni wachi a o se aguru ye de anopai mitie bia menua pani lawyer Amaliba na okasa bibiri o meki reference to ofasema o kan yi say yenim se MPP for no mo de abatu nti da bia o mo waye chinchinche na afei die yeye hayin so omo ya aseye no na ofa wutie na NDC for nyanti democracy na se enti this time around no democracy no taking hini kakra wo NDC mu because ya set the pace na mo in kakra taking hini wo NDC mu no on be who the real pepper a what democracy when it comes to selecting a leader for a political party of us on the MPP free tete afibia ye ba be leader e flag bearer bia no fa ye call elections ye call primaries ye call to aba na ye ba kwa ma na di ye nimu kan abra omampani dada wanya ne ba bi ko eye Jerry John Rawlings edin adwuma ba wiye no the vice president no man take over of anyesa ne koye ono so edin adwuma ba wiye no so introduce the vice ano ne ye adwuma ema I think 2012 for man say da kra nto aba o man ko no post endorsement o ko endorse no ema ne de femu bado ba ye hono ma entesa democracy ne yegidi ya practice ye nka no ya no keke nti ya to aba ye primaries bia ye bia e dia select leaders afeidie NDC nso ba bedroom pempen so a democracy no and the selection of leaders no almost abato no because they say level grounds obi any advantage of obia and afeye nyina ye free akire ene e ba be pre the only advantage of mampani dada jo mama won say wabu man ne pen wa mu ni ye then the only disadvantage NDC won so ne say obu man ne pen oba no be me say up the probability of the Ghana for the before be 20 and high but it will be to our advantage send this best advantage of Mahama Aba former president enti sene omo braso na afia mo for start to Boba Park ne so a omo mani nya omo ngo na omo nkasa bebre it's part of the game emre bi dream samboni and this for ten omo fie kafa mampani adodan kwa kufu ado ho yambia ye kwa ye primaries no omo tedem tro twantro fa mampani adodan kwa kufu ado ho na no omo fie say pen was nya da ban tubo atwa asuofra no yes adana ne mpafe besi enadru omo nso ba me de me gidi ye say omo primaries omo bekoi e be create major problem e dey ato NDC mu na say me mpa bonso na ma division si omo party ni mu na ma ni mu nnwuma yen na afa yentimi famfam ni famfam mu Ghana ne entoto Ghana say de eti apegade abesi no yentimi nya ni ye pen was bobo chichire free so ase be ka che say denchem sebe owu a yanyi na chinyi ofanya sa na bebu ni tie kwano bo nso se ne yonko be bo pa ne jo Mahama no ya ni me o ana Kumase aye ni me o Kumase no mo kapa me pictures upon pictures no mo move together enti sana ne yonko be bo ano ne konakra na babonten ka tire Ghana for say we corrupt ba ku no kaka ho ne de me ofa no hu hia me de hia me nsa o ye corrupt so opema de offer eno nya me business and personal life enti so no born personal abrabo no de bepema offer me eva me obey go me kwa cast so opema no so asema hwa na so akobusa me said de me bi atwa mu kare yiwa wo yanko bebo kan de japo bisa wo no sa wo pemponche enti me ya ne ho no mo nsem no ehia me ayo no ana ne life ne personal life.
But in your view, no, was it relevant?
Ne who here? So be per man me and no me business. Yeah, my money ma pe what does it got to do with my money yebu no. And the corruption that's why you corrupt no. And no there. Ayadea also Ghana 40. Na ye hwe ni ye because ni po ya cromfo there. What your mind shining sir?
Obi a corrupt or cromfo.
No for corruption there. Ya pobo.
Oh sir.
Ni twi ye dey offer.
Oh.
Corruption. Apobo ne kura no bo.
Kita se
nya no ani popo boy.
CPI index you know. Chrono na government neighbor.
The mistake I know for I thought that I say index na ya neighbor a perception. A perception.
It is the Kojobo to kind as a matter.
I just hope be so no say a perception and I say or evidence to back it. But for now, 1 million and 1 can say perception in there. Now on the number be and so there. Let's say or evidence.
What in the number be
to back the claims now, you know. The young couple no. That index of our was a minimum corruption perception index. And in the moment, obi ba trust na mo ya corrupt no. Na index for no mapeke. There's no evidence. But because obi di na no country no mo so apeke. But for the can say why dey ni chocho mucho. And na babonti abeka kire yen say. Bra, eni pass mercy obonie. Why corrupt ketase or you expert. Anunti NDC for Pomo rejecting the Magana for so Mamu entertaining no. He saw you too corrupt. Of an answer, okay. As a Magana for entertaining no, too corrupt. Way, well, fear pay if you would them bedroom there, pay. Now, me, Nimsa and Namubino, a bill record was about bunting. No better Gana for the entire cast were corrupt no. Kagana for anybody pa. Now, I will say, offer. Adenti na nipa baako obi apaso akasem bi tie omampani dada dwom ma akasem bi fa ne ho a ofo be kansem nyinaa ti one particular word appear obi a statement mu so I corrupt adenti a na je say indeed nipa no corrupt ampa
Amaba
Offer.
Kojobo comments. What do you make of it?
First of all, I mean, bibi kakra ewa ha. In relations to the claims are minya pinin and ake emano. Ikuta constitution no ha. Na mami fanko article 55+5 say the internal organization of a political party shall conform to democratic principles and its actions and purposes shall not contravene or be inconsistent with this constitution or any other law. You can talk about the Political Parties Act and other relevant statutes relating to say. But Vauni, NDC have always believed in democracy. And the BNI a war NDC mo chesi in fact of course, and to Krampo Nama Kojobo Sukwain. Presumably, Memente, hey, Memente, Sassam na Okano, Memente. Me who the video, me who the audio, and I mean who publication.
And I mean,
the first time we met me who Sassam no was a post from an MPP activist on social media, Facebook. There, Kojobo claims, Kojobo said, Mahama name is also tainted in corruption. That word tainted was operative word here, tainted. Ukuta masters, maybe a primary school dropout, they can't tainted out as your chime. That's also being attended with corruption, I will say, or you're corrupt there. And then Mijama, but on him. Some persons in NDC have argued. Say, my President Mahama and call on post. Me, personally, me can't remember as a member of the NDC, but me delegate. Minister have fun here dream, minister have fun so here dream. Because and you be a President Mahama about all 4 years. And I'm a boy. Already I don't know about. And Pukra ye can't see President Mahama and Council of Pagana Kunya Swat and be waka. And these have been nominations. Branch elections to the constituency, to region, to national. Yeah. And it's an executive structure of the party nuclear organizations. Yeah. Shasiam pony ya. Banser will be called flag bearer. So to me, it's neither here nor there. However, it doesn't also prevent Obiase or bet children in Trimpo or Eddie Haruna Metia, Mia branch secretary of constituency and Meko. Fine, I imagine a match no time in answer. Nothing stops me. But I think it's too early for these things. However, the Honorable Kojobo so either dreams or bet contest here. What stops him? Or a member of the party, and of course, a member with good standing, a stalwart who have served in government before, even under President Mahama's time. In any case, did he resign from the government because there was corruption?
if the alleged claimer, meaning your opinion, and a and you find put on the face value. But there is an attempt.
Correct him.
There's an attempt.
The question came from the host, not from
in
me.
any case, you spoke to it, so I'm directing it to you. Because
why should you? Why should you respond to the question?
Yes, but you respond to it. I'm also referring to someone waka in response to that question thrown by the host. Over.
I'm not the topic.
I want to urge NDC's communicators and followers to be very circumspect. There is an attempt to knock the party heads together and create an atmosphere of squabbles within the party. I wouldn't fall for that.
You are saying, sir, we will find out from him.
Mente. Over Mente.